Presenting the colors this evening, our left rifle, Christopher Brewer. American flag, Caitlin Hortland. Arkansas flag, Timothy Rivera. Right rifle, Olivia Breimer. We would like to say thank you to the Sheridan Army JROTC in providing the presentation of colors tonight. The Sheridan Army Junior ROTC is the oldest junior ROTC program in the state of Arkansas, and it is celebrating its 50th year anniversary this year. And now for the playing of the Sheridan Alma Mater.
What time do you want to go on? I'm ready. Graham, you ready? Yeah. You want to go ahead and roll? Give me 1 second. Tony doesn't think we should go yet. 1 second.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another big round of applause to our Sheridan High School band.
The Siloam Springs Panthers open up 6A West Conference play tonight, 250 miles away from home as they get set to play the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. With Tony Molina, our tech master, sitting to my right, and Graham Thomas to my left, I'm Dustin Butler. Good evening, and thank you for tuning in tonight as the Panthers look to start conference play off on the right foot with a road victory over Sheridan. Graham, the Panthers should be fresh coming off a bye last week.
You would like to think they would be fresh. You know, they had a tough night in Harrison 2 weeks ago and have had plenty of time to prepare for this 6A West Conference opener with the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. And from everything I've heard, they've had a good last 2 weeks of preparation. So, you look for them to be ready to go tonight against an improved and tough Sheridan Yellow Jackets team.
That's right. They played a very good Harrison team 2 weeks ago. The Panthers did, and the first half they had some opportunities, didn't convert. The game kind of got away from them in the second half, but Tate Kreiner was kind of the stat that stuck out against Harrison a couple weeks ago. 4 receptions for 80 yards. Tate, that's his best game of the year so far.
Yeah, Tate had a real nice game against Harrison, and if he turns in a similar effort tonight, that'll be good news for the Panthers. I think Tanner Broyles did a nice job catching the football as well for Siloam Springs that night. And they'd like to get Gage Weaver back involved. Harrison did a good job on keying in on him, and he wasn't able to get anything his way. But the Panthers would like to get all 3 of those guys, and then if things are really going well, they'd like to get to their back side of the backfield and then maybe open up a couple more guys in the passing game. So, and combine that with the quarterback read option with Taylor Poole and whoever's in at running back, whether it's Jackson Norberg or Camden Collins or Jeff Fazima. A lot of different options and a lot of different ways to attack the Sheridan Yellow Jackets team tonight.
That's right. Another shout out, because you don't have this very often, defensive lineman J.P. Wills scored a touchdown against Harrison, the only points on the board for the Panthers that night. He recovered the fumble in the end zone to give Siloam their 7 points.
Nice thrill for the young man. He's a good-looking kid with a real bright future with Siloam Springs football. Just a sophomore, and has a lot to offer on the defensive line, and maybe on the offensive side of the ball at some point too in his career. So looking forward to seeing what he and his fellow line mates are able to do. They're going to get their oil check tonight. Sheridan's going to bring it right at them with a strong power running game, and just when you think you got their running game figured out, they're going to throw some passes too. So real tough test here in Central Arkansas, and a absolutely perfect night for football.
Boy, that's the truth. So of course the Panthers come in tonight to open conference play. They're 1-2 overall on the season. Meanwhile, Sheridan is 2-1. They're coached by Lance Parker. He's in his 3rd season. They beat Whitehall last week, 21-14. Offensively, the Yellow Jackets have 8 returning starters from a year ago. Defensively, they have 7 returning starters. They've amassed 914 yards of total offense in their 3 games this year, and so far of the 914, over 800 of that has come on the ground. They're led on the ground by Alden Lucas and Peyton Edwards. They have done the lion's share of the carries of the running game. They've been a dynamic duo in the backfield. Defensively, they're led by nose guard Glenn Wright and their inside linebacker Austin Tucker. So next we'll get to the Generations Bank starting lineup. We at Generations Bank want to thank you for making Siloam Springs your home. With our experienced staff, Generations Bank is here to help you with your everyday financial needs by offering convenient amenities such as online and mobile banking. Looking to establish a new business or just need financing for your next project? Come in today and visit with one of our loan specialists. We thrive by making sound financial recommendations to our customers. We are always glad to help. You'll never be just a number to us. We make it a point to know you, your family, pets, and your interests. Stop by and experience it for yourself. Conveniently located in Signature Plaza in Siloam Springs, Generations Bank, celebrating the past, creating the future. Member FDIC. So we'll start defensively tonight for the Siloam Springs Panthers. The defensive ends tonight will be Colby Fessler and Hunter Talley. The nose guard is J.P. Wills. Defensive tackle is Mariana Dominguez. The outside linebacker is Cam Collins. The 2 inside linebackers are Esquin Bocanegra and Hunter Dorsey. The bandit is Elijah Coffey. The free safety is Keegan Susi, and the corners are Orrin Stafford and Armando Munoz. Offensively for the Panthers, they're led by senior quarterback number 10, Taylor Poole. The running back tonight, starting at least, will be Jackson Norberg. The H-back is Brendan Lashley. The wide receivers are Gage Weaver, Tate Kreiner, and Tanner Broyles. The left tackle is Jared Clark. Left guard is Andrew Gutierrez. The center is Marco Salcido. The right guard is Judd Kelly, and the right tackle is Jace Satulovic. And doing the kicking duties will be Harrison Losh. The punting duties will be Taylor Poole. So, Graham, one thing we've been excited about, we talked about it on the way down here tonight, is taking a look at the 6A West matchups tonight and just talking a little bit about where we stand conference-wise. Tonight, to open 6A play for everybody, Russellville will be traveling to Benton in what should be a good one. Lake Hamilton will start on the road at El Dorado, and Greenwood travels down to Little Rock Hall. And, if there's one thing we know about this conference right now, it's that Greenwood stands alone, most likely at the top. Aside
Captains
from
for tonight's
that,
games. First, Siloam
it
Springs
seems like a
Panthers.
more wide open
Number 1,
look
Harrison
at
Losh.
the rest of the conference
Number 9,
this
Ransom
week,
Van Ash.
this year, I should say.
You know, I've always said
16,
that to be the man, you have to beat the man.
And number 78, Levi Masters.
With this conference, Greenwood is the man until someone else knocks them off their perch up there at the
Now your
top.
captains for the
And,
Sheridan Yellow
you know,
Jackets.
It's
Number
going
54,
to take a
Zane
great
Lee.
effort from someone, but
Number 74,
it's possible, you know. And
Eli Reeves.
we'll get a lot of information tonight about a lot of different
72.
teams.
Well, and,
Cole.
you know, everybody has played their
And
3
number 9,
non-conference games.
Javier Gonzalez.
And it just goes in the 6A West, almost nobody played any like opponents. And so you've got a bunch of records that don't mean much yet because you don't really know how anybody stacks up against each other, and it all starts here tonight.
Well, and as we heard on the way down here, just listening to some of the radio programming on the way, you know, as much as you want to win those non-conference games, they don't really help you anywhere other than getting ready for tonight in that conference opener. And
Siloam Springs wins the
we have a lot of interesting games tonight. You know, you have Greenwood at Little Rock Hall, which you would think Greenwood will win that one. But Lake Hamilton is 3-0, and they're going to play in El Dorado. And a lot of people are real high on Lake Hamilton this year. I think they're ranked number 6 in the Arkansas Democrat Gazette Super 6. And we'll find out about Lake Hamilton tonight. We'll find out about Russellville and Benton. You know, Benton's sitting at 0-3, but you know they're a better football team than what they've played. They played some really good teams so far. So, as I said, just you get a lot of information once you enter conference play, and we'll learn a lot about the Siloam Springs Panthers and Sheridan Yellow Jackets here. You know, Sheridan's 2-1 with a pair of good wins against Mountain Home and Whitehall. Disappointing loss to Searcy in a matchup of 2 6A teams. So I'm excited, Dustin. I'm ready to get this thing going.
Let's make some
I really am
noise.
too. So the captains tonight
Sheridan Yellow
for the Siloam
Jackets.
Springs Panthers were number 1, Harrison Losh, number 9, Ransom Van Ash, number 16, Tate Kreiner, and 78, Levi Masters. The Panthers won the toss, and for the first time all season, Graham, they've deferred.
You know, I find that interesting, and I kind of like it. You know, get your defense on the field and try and establish yourself on the defensive side of the football early on the road, and let your offense kind of get into the game that way. The last thing you want to do is start the game off with a 3-and-out or a short drive and have to punt, and then, you know, I like that move by Coach Craig and his staff.
And, of course, we talked about the lion's share of the Sheridan offense through their 3 non-conference games has been on the ground. So the front 7 for the Panthers tonight, it's their job. Shut it down. It seems so far that so the ground game goes, so does Sheridan this season.
Sheridan plays a brand of football that I really enjoy. Control the ground, control the clock, control the scoreboard. And if they're able to control the ground, they will in turn control the clock and most likely control the scoreboard. So you want to be able to figure out a way to limit that rushing attack as best you can.
So the Panthers will be kicking toward the north end zone as they will defend from our right to left here at Yellow Jacket Stadium.
Now what you'd really like
People's
to see
Bank
here,
Stadium.
People's Bank Stadium, what you would really like to see here is Harrison Losh put this one right in that blue end zone there and not give them a chance to return this kick.
Back to receive deep.
You know, it's interesting. There was a lot of wind,
Number 26.
or a nice breeze through most of pregame.
Number 8.
And right now the flag is just totally dead. Opening kick is high end over end.
Good job,
Taken
Harry.
in the end zone, a touchback. Great kick for Harrison Losh. Sheridan will take over at their 25. So also, Graham, tonight the Panthers are shaking it up a little bit from a uniform standpoint. They're wearing their white jerseys, maroon bottoms.
It's a
silver
nice
hats.
look. It's
like
a nice look. I like it. You know, gives the kids something to be excited about. I'm sure they were thrilled about it. A lot of different combinations for the Panthers. They can go maroon on maroon or maroon on gray, white on gray, whatever feels nice.
Yeah, I like the look. So Sheridan will open up in shotgun formation. 2 receivers on the far side of the field and an H-back, all lined up to that strong side. Handoff taken right side, not a whole lot there. Not a whole lot there. We're on the visitor side. We're much lower to the field than we normally are, Graham.
That was 24.
Ball is carried by number 24,
Alden
Lucas.
Making the tackle on the play, number 44, Hunter.
Hunter Dorsey made the stop.
Hunter Dorsey and number
And
55.
one thing to note here, Dustin, real good to see
Dominguez.
Thad Wright making the start tonight for the Panthers at inside linebacker. Very welcome addition. Thad hurt himself in soccer.
Flag on the play.
Flag stops the play at the snap. It'll go against Sheridan. Back him up 5 yards. That'll put them back at their own, let's see, we'll call it the 18-yard line, 2nd and 12.
It is a bit of a different angle, Dustin, and it will take some getting used to.
Yeah, we're much closer to the field than normal. And we're outside, as you hear, I'm sure, more noise tonight. Sheridan, a single receiver, tight end, again, flag. Flag at the snap. This time it's going to go against Siloam Springs. Neutral zone infraction on the defensive line.
On the defense.
I think they got our man J.P. Wills on that one.
So that'll move it back.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 7.
Move it back to the 23. 2nd and 7. Clock runs. Under a minute gone. Quarterback keeper, right side. Number 2, Trace Watkins. Makes it out across the 25. We'll see where the spot is. It's hard to tell.
Number 2, Trace
Nearly the
Watkins on the
29-yard
carry.
line.
He is tackled by number
7, Elijah Coffee.
It's going to be third
Brings
and
up
one.
3rd down and 1.
Third and a long one. Same formation, single set on the near side, 2 tight ends. From the gun, Watkins will keep it. He gets the first down and a few extra, but he gets stood up shy of the 35-yard line. Good gain, though, for
Trace
Watkins.
Watkins on the carry.
Elijah Coffey filled that hole real well there and prevented him from getting a bigger run. There looked like he had a bit of a hole to go through, and Coffey closed it up.
So Sheridan moves the chains. Now they'll go a twin receiver set on the near side. That's the open side of the field. Nobody on the far side. From the gun. Handoff. This time back to Alden Lucas. Lucas falls forward for good yardage. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. Still makes his way up to,
24, Alden Lucas
let's
on
see,
carry.
the 38-yard
He is
line.
tackled by number 45, Thad Wright, and number 2, Jackson Norberg.
Thad Wright made the stop. A gain of 4,
3-yard
2nd
gain
and
on the play
6.
brings up 2nd down and 7.
Make it 2nd and 7 on a 3-yard pickup.
And Sheridan's going to be real deliberate about this. They're going to take
Take
the
their
time,
time.
line up, and try and get you.
Quarterback keeper, loss on the play. Trace Watkins on the read, kept it. He's going to be bottled up back near the original line of scrimmage, close to the 35-yard line.
I think Keandre Westbrook may have been the first one to get there.
He is tackled by number 45, Thad Wright, and number
Now these are
42,
situations the
Keandre
Yellow Jackets don't like to
Westbrook.
be in. 3rd and long, that's not their
Brings
forte.
up 3rd down and 9.
So they'll mark it at the 36. It'll be 3rd and 9. They've yet to throw a pass here. We'll see what they do on 3rd and long situation.
Well, and I think they just brought in Connor Canterbury, and I think he's the guy that they want to have throw balls.
That's right, and they burn their first time out, 8:29 to go.
We'd like to take this
Opening quarter
opportunity
here
to
at People's
recognize
Bank
the
Stadium.
need for sportsmanship. The Yellow Jacket Nation, the Sheridan School District welcomes you to Yellow Jacket Stadium.
This season, Generations Bank will donate $50 for every turnover that the Panther defense recovers.
Time values. Sportsmanship is one such value that makes these games an educational experience. Remember, be a good sport.
All right, so Sheridan breaks out of the timeout. 3 receiver set. Canterbury on what looked like a busted play throws it over the middle, complete to the tight end for a big gain. 33, Drew Domris into Siloam Springs territory all the way down.
What they did there, Dustin, was they faked the toss and then kept the ball and threw it downfield.
And it goes for a big gain all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Siloam Springs Panthers.
About a 28-yard gain there. Nice little play from the Yellow Jackets. Real good design. They knew Siloam was going to be looking for them to run it. They faked the toss and then throw it over the middle.
Pistol formation, 2 H-backs. They'll hand it off to the fullback. That time it's number 45, Glenn Wright. Glenn Wright with a good gain. He'll pick up 4 down to the 32-yard line.
He is tackled by number 67, J.P. Wills.
It'll bring up a second down and 6.
Brings up second down and 5.
There's some sort of a flag.
Sure enough, I never saw it. Flag on the play, backs him up, back to the 36-yard line, so it's back to 1st and 10.
Not sure what the call is here. If there's a flag, we can't be 1st and 10. A replay? I don't know.
All right, now the officials are gonna stop it and decide what they're gonna do here.
Yeah, I'm not. Is it a 4-yard gain? Is it a loss? What is it? It can't. How can it be 1st and 10? It's got to be 2nd and something or 1st and longer than 10.
One would think. Now the head official's going to talk to Sheridan's coach.
Are we about to get a redo like in volleyball? I don't know. I mean, that's what it looks like.
A do-over.
Thumbs up, the double thumbs up.
The call is a Sheridan do-over. Brandon Craig, he wants an explanation. He's not going to get one.
I guess it's just a do-over. No, I guess they're saying there was no play.
And now here comes the line judge coming back in. Now they're going to talk about it again.
I mean, either there was a play or there wasn't a play. I think that's what Coach Craig is telling them. It can't be 1st and 10. Now, here they go. Now they got it.
There we go. Coach Craig is happy with the decision. They're going to back it up 5 yards.
Good job, boys.
You got to give them credit. As confused as they were, they finally got it right.
Maybe they didn't take the time to have a nice meal at CJ's Butcher Boy like we did on the way here.
It was good. Keeper for Edwards. He tries to get to the left corner. He'll get a little bit, Peyton Edwards will, inside the 40, back to the 39-yard line. The penalty backed him up to the 41. It's a gain of 2, 2nd and 13.
Now, Peyton Edwards, if you read your Hootens Arkansas football this year, you'll hear that Coach Parker called him the best player on their football team. And boy, did he have a great night last week against Whitehall. He rushed for, I think, over 200 yards.
220.
Wow, what a night.
Now Trace Watkins will take the snap from shotgun. He's got 2 H-backs, a tight end, and 1 receiver. Watkins will keep it up the middle. Good gain down near the 30-yard line. We'll see where the spot is. Looks like they're going to spot it more like the 32. Makes it third and manageable. They just line up and go right down the center. It makes it third and 6. Hunter Talley from the defensive end spot made the stop for the Panthers.
As
7-yard pickup.
As of right now, Sheridan's already taken 5.5 minutes off the first quarter clock, and that's exactly what they want to do.
That's in game time. In real time, it's been longer than that with all the confusion. Watkins takes it again himself. This time, he's going to be stopped at about the 26-yard line. Now they're going to mark at the 27-yard line. He'll be about a yard and a half short.
Mario Dominguez
He's going to be about a yard and a half short. 4th down and 2.
brings up a 4th down and 2.
Be interesting to see what Coach Cole Harriman calls here. You know, they've got a real heavy package there, and you'd like to think they're going to run the ball, but they may try something over the top too.
Peyton Edwards takes it, tries to bounce it out to his right, gets the first down, almost breaks free. He'll be brought down at the 20-yard line on the far sideline. Good gain on the play, moves the chains, and they're in Siloam Springs red zone.
He is tackled by number 12, Kristen Ledecker. Results of the play is a Sheridan yellow jacket.
Real nice crowd over on the home side there for Sheridan tonight. It looks like it's darn near full.
They've got some kind of speaker system, don't they?
Man,
their public address guy is loud. Edwards hands it off to his fullback, who fights for yardage and falls forward, Glenn Wright. Well inside the 20 to the 16-yard line. We'll call it a 5-yard pickup, and it's 2nd and 5.
45, Glenn Wright on the carry. Tackled by number 12.
Yeah, this is a real physical brand of football, Dustin. The Panthers are going to have to.
He brings up 2nd down and 5.
You know, they're going to have to be able to get pressure and break up that offensive front to get some negative plays here.
That's right. Single receiver set. Watkins will be the lone man. He takes it right up the middle, and good yards again. They're just falling forward. Inside the 10, near the 9-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Trace Watkins on the carry.
And a 1st and goal.
45, Thad Wright.
You know, this is what they call big boy football.
Sheridan yellow jacket.
1st and goal for Sheridan, just inside the Siloam Springs 10.
Here it comes. Let's see if you can stop
Ball is
it.
placed on the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Sheridan.
Trace Watkins again. He'll have 2 H-backs. Watkins keeps it, takes it left side, has a hole, touchdown, Sheridan.
Touchdown, Sheridan.
No flags on the play, and the Yellow Jackets have taken a 6-0 lead over the Siloam Springs Panthers.
Trace Watkins on the carry.
On a drive that took 7 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock.
Real impressive drive for Sheridan there, Dustin. They just lined up and rammed it down the Panthers' throats.
Javier Gonzalez, right-footed kicker. Wasn't exceptionally high, but he makes it through the uprights. It's 7-0 Yellow Jackets.
Tipped is good. Ball was kicked by number 9, Javier Gonzalez. And our score with 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Siloam Springs 0, Sheridan 7.
Well, Graham, what's going to be important now is Panthers have to answer.
That's exactly right.
Defense has been on the field a long time. Siloam Springs needs a drive of some kind. Give their defensive guys a breather. You know, it's been warm here in Sheridan today. It's cooled off now that sunset, down to about 80, 82 degrees, but it's...
Yeah. You know, a couple key plays there. Obviously, the long pass on 3rd and long, and
short squib kick taken at the 19-yard line. Up across the 35, still on his feet to the 36-yard line, is Elijah Coffey. Good return for Elijah Coffey. About a 17-yard return.
He is tackled by number 45, Glenn Wright.
So the Panthers take the field offensively for the first time.
Ball is placed on the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Panthers.
Taylor Poole will command his unit. Ball will be on the left hash. That brings the open side of the field near us and near the Panther bench as they move toward the north end zone. Twin receivers on both sides and an H-back. Taylor Poole reads, keeps it, falls forward, back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Looked like that was a design run all the way. Sheridan played it well and got a hand on Taylor's feet as he was trying to get through the hole.
Harper Thornton. No gain on the play, makes it 2nd down and 10.
Now the Panthers will run twin stacks on both sides. Norberg in the backfield. He'll go out of the backfield. Poole looks to throw, avoids pressure, throws it behind his receiver. Tate Kreiner up at the 45-yard line. And to be honest with you, Taylor Poole had to get it out quick. He had pressure quickly.
Yeah, Sheridan has I think I read 4 3-year starters returning on defense, and a couple of those guys were on the Hooten super team, and they were in his face these first 2 plays.
So now it's 3rd and long.
Let your defense hear you. Let's make some noise.
Twin receivers on the near side, lone set on the high side. Play action. Poole looking deep for Oren Stafford, overthrows his man. Overthrows Oren Stafford, and it's 3 and out for the Panthers.
Pass is incomplete, intended for number 8, Oren Stafford. 4th down.
3 and out. Taylor Poole stay on the field to punt it away for the Panthers. That's not the offensive start Siloam Springs needed.
No, that is not.
Now they're going to show like they're going to go for it here. Taylor Poole trying a hard count. Now he'll back up to punt it away.
And this has been an area of concern a little bit for the Panthers early on.
His punt's low, end over end, takes a Siloam Springs bounce, fielded at about the 22-yard line. He's got room to run. Far side still on his feet and steps out of bounds at the 35 is number 8, Ethan White.
Number 8,
about a 15
White with the return.
About a 15-yard return for White. Out near the 35-yard line. And now that Siloam Springs defense was off the field for 1 minute. And now they've got to dig down and get a stop.
Yeah, this is what happens when you play a team like this. You got to cash in on your opportunities, and they're going to come back out and try and do the same thing they did last time.
So far, it's still early, and it's just a 7-0 Sheridan lead, but they've dominated the line of scrimmage here in the early going.
They really have.
In the trenches, they've been both sides of the ball.
But as you said, it is still early, and got a long way to go here.
On the 34-yard line.
In 2 of the 3 games they played, Sheridan's gotten out to 14-0 leads. So they've typically been a fast starting team against Siloam.
Peyton Edwards takes it across the right side, juking and jiving, picks up first down out near midfield. Finally brought down on the far sideline. I believe it was Westbrook there for the Panthers. He gets all the way out to the
number 26,
48.
On the carry. He is tackled by number 14, Hunter Talley. Results of the play is a Sheridan Yellow Jacket.
Nice run there by Edwards. You can see why the coaches are high on him.
This time it's Watkins. He goes right up the middle. Not a whole lot there. He'll get right to midfield to the 50-yard line, right near the Yellow Jacket. What do you call that? The Yellow Jacket.
I call it the 50.
On the carry, tackled by number 42, Keandre.
Nobody owns the 50s.
The Yellow Jacket logo is what I meant to say.
Oh,
right near
yeah?
the Yellow Jacket logo at midfield. Ball shaded toward the right hash.
Right below the stinger because it's upside down on this end.
That's right. Single receiver this time. Watkins will take the snap, Takes it near side. He's got room to run. He's at the 30, the 20, 10. It's a foot race. Elijah Coffey won't catch him. Touchdown, Trace Watkins. And it is a 13-0 Sheridan lead. And Siloam Springs has their backs against the wall with a minute 58 to go in the opening quarter.
Kind of like an old single wing play there. He just, direct snap to the quarterback, and he ran around the end for the touchdown.
Panthers didn't get containment. The extra point is up. This one looks better than the first one. It's good, 14-0.
Extra point attempt is good. Number 9, Javier Gonzalez with the kick.
Sheridan
score with 1 minute 58 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
has come out firing.
Siloam Springs 0. Sheridan Yellow Jackets 14.
And they're motivated against Siloam Springs. It's they've lost to this team 3 years in a row, and they're ready to show that they can, put the result in their favor.
Folks, if you've been alive for more than 2.3 seconds, you know life isn't fair. The AGI Group is a professional private investigation company that provides investigations that will hopefully provide you with the information you need to make a decision. With over 40 years' experience, they're Arkansas's premier investigation company and have worked with Fortune 500 companies and individuals alike. When you need to know, call AGI at 479-636-3237 or visit them on the web at agigrp.com. The AGI Group is another proud sponsor of Panther football. Sheridan to kick it away. Low line drive taken by Gage Weaver at the 18 on the far side. He'll get up over the 30. Fumble on the play, it appears. Siloam Springs will retain possession on the far sideline, right at the 34-yard line. That's a big relief for a Panther fan there.
Yeah, you can't
Last thing they needed was a turnover right there.
Ball was fumbled out of bounds. Siloam Springs retains possession. Will be 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Minute 52 to go, opening quarter. Sheridan, 14-0. Trips on the near side as they jumble. Lone man on the far side. Norberg in the backfield. Norberg takes a handoff, brings it near side. Has room to run across the 40, up to the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup and a first down. Good run for Jackson Norberg.
Real nice run for Jackson there.
Maybe that'll help get the Panthers settled down and moving offensively.
Number 2, Jackson Norberg on the carry.
Siloam will go no huddle.
Number 36, Austin Tucker.
Twin set on both sides. This time, Poole looks to throw.
Oh, my
Short,
goodness.
almost intercepted and caught. Caught by Tanner Broyles. It was nearly intercepted.
After the deflection, ball is caught by
It
number
deflected
27.
up in the air, and Tanner Broyles hauled it in, a 6-yard pickup across midfield to the 49-yard line. Great play there by Broyles.
Very heads-up play
Panthers
there by
catch a
Broyles.
break on a great play by Broyles. 2nd down and 4. Panthers across midfield for the first time at the Sheridan 49. Poole looks to throw all the way over the middle. Complete to Gavin Henson. Gavin Henson down to the 41-yard line. Good pass and catch there for Siloam Springs. Moves the chains again. Panthers huddle, but quickly. Under a minute to go, opening quarter.
27.
Trips on the near side.
Tyler Whitaker.
Poole. He'll go to Jackson Norberg again. No, this time it's Cam Collins, rather. Collins, not a whole lot there, inside the 40.
Carried by number 5, Camden Collins. Tackled by number 27, Tyler Whitaker.
They'll mark it at the 39. A 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd down and 8.
Panthers could let this expire. There's 22 seconds on the play clock. I'm sorry, 18 on the game clock, 22 on the play clock. Twin receivers tied in. Collins in the backfield. Collins up the middle, room to run, down near the 30 at the 31-yard line. It'll be near first down yardage. That'll bring an end to the first quarter.
Collins on the carry, tailed by number 37.
Clock stops at the 5-second mark while they move the chains. First down, Panthers. And that's the end of the first quarter of action. The Panther offense is finally moving. But after one, it's all Sheridan, 14-0. You're listening and watching Siloam Springs football on YouTube.
Sheridan 14.
First quarter, they pounded it.
So, Graham, how many rushing yards?
124 rushing yards.
124 first quarter rushing
on
yards
15
for Sheridan.
carries. Now, a big chunk of that came on that big run by Watkins.
Panthers offense is moving the ball, though. They start the second quarter at the Sheridan 31, 4-receiver set, trips on the near side. Poole looks to throw all the way. This time he's got time. He'll air it out deep looking for Tate Kreiner, and Tate Kreiner was covered up well. Ball falls incomplete.
Dustin, I think it's kind of evident. You can see just from what we've seen so far, the Yellow Jackets are a much improved football team.
Absolutely.
From what we've seen the last couple of years even.
Panthers on 2nd and 10. Again, trips on the near side. 2 stacked in the slot. Looks like Sheridan jumped off sides. No flag, though.
Yeah, he hopped in the neutral zone, but
He
not far
definitely
enough.
did. Taylor Poole, this time he'll hand it off. I believe that's Jackson Norberg. Not a whole lot there, but down near the 26. I think they'll mark it more like the 27-yard line.
Oh, wow, they're going to put it back on the 28.
Terrible spot.
He is tackled by
3rd down
number
and 7.
63, Harper Thornton.
3rd down and 7 from the 28.
Timeout, Sheridan.
Whistle, and Sheridan burns their second timeout with less than 30 seconds gone here in the second quarter. I guess during the timeout we can start taking a look at the athletic events for the week. Tomorrow, that's September 28th, Saturday, cross country. They're at a meet in Berryville tomorrow. Then Monday the 30th, JV football is on the road at Springdale at 5:30. 7th grade volleyball is at home versus J.O. Kelly at 4:30. 8th grade volleyball is at home versus George at 5:30. Tuesday, as we enter October 1st, varsity golf is at the 5A state tournament in Paragould at the Paragould Country Club. 9th grade volleyball is at home versus Fayetteville White at 4:30. Everybody, JV and varsity volleyball, goes to Russellville at 4:30 on Tuesday. And then 7th grade volleyball is at Kirksey at 4:30. 8th grade volleyball is at Kirksey at 5:30. A lot of volleyball Tuesday. 3rd down and 7 from the Sheridan 28. Panthers come out in a similar set. Gage Weaver, the lone man, split wide in the boundary on the near side. Taylor Poole looks to throw. Backside pressures. He rolls to his left, completes it. Near first down yardage and out of bounds is Gavin Henson. Good play over the middle for Gavin Henson. First down yards down near the 20-yard line. It's hard to tell. We're so close to the field, it's hard to tell. Right at the 20. Panthers are in the red zone.
Ball is placed on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, Siloam Springs.
This time, Jackson Norberg takes it weak side. That's near us. Short side of the field. Gets inside the 20. Down to about the 16-yard line.
54, Zane Key.
Now, this is about the kind of drive the Panthers needed here. They've run it
On the play, brings up 2nd down
all the way
and 6.
down. Now they need to cash in.
Get their feet under him a little bit. Cam Collins comes in at running back this time. Poole on the keeper. He'll go right up the gut inside the 10. First down yards and first and goal for Siloam Springs.
Now that was a little awkward. I don't know if
I don't know
Taylor,
if that was on purpose or
yeah,
not.
I don't know if he had regretted not handing the ball off, but we'll take it.
But Cam Collins never really looked for the ball there. It didn't seem like. Ball's at the Sheridan 9.
Yeah,
if it was a busted play, it was a good busted play.
Well, just enough trickery there to be effective, I think.
3 receivers set and a tight end. Collins still in the backfield with Poole. This time, Collins takes the handoff, tries to roll to his left. He'll get a yard, but that's it. Good play defensively. Big defensive tackle there.
Number 5, Camden Collins on the carry.
See, that's 74, Ethan Barnett.
By number 74, Eli Reeves. And number 46, Dylan Palmer.
Panthers, second and goal from the Sheridan 8.
Second down and goal.
Tanner Broyles split wide in the boundary on the far side of the field. Now Norberg goes in motion out of the backfield. Panthers go to him. He has to dive forward, and he catches it for a loss. He has to dive forward, catches it at the 10.
To number 2, Jackson Norberg.
Well, they'll mark it at the 9 for a loss of 1. That was not how that was designed.
No,
it
was a long throw to begin with.
It was.
It was short, and Norberg, had to dive to be able to get a hand on it, and
hauled it in. Good catch, but loss of a yard. Twin receivers on both sides. Short side of the field is to Poole's right. Poole on the read. He keeps it, has room to run.
He's in there.
Somehow scores. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. It looked like he was going to be stopped at about the 5-yard line. It kind of bounced off. Gets in. Taylor Poole scores. Siloam Springs is on the board, 14-6, with 9:15 to go in the quarter, and the Panther offense did exactly what they had to do, down 14. They march right down the field, good drive, and score. Now Harrison Losh will try to kick the extra point. Right-footed kicker. Elijah Coffey to hold. Good snap. Great kick, and it's 14-7. We'll keep looking at the athletic events for the week. Thursday, October the 3rd. We've got a lot going on Thursday the 3rd. 7th grade football is at Lakeside at 4:45. 8th grade football is at Lakeside at 6:15. 9th grade football follows at 7:45. 7th grade volleyball is at home versus Hellstern at 4:30. 8th grade volleyball is at home versus Central at 5:30. 9th grade volleyball is at home versus Central at 6:30. And then both JV squads and the varsity volleyball on Thursday the 3rd is on the road at BB. That all begins at 5 p.m. Woo!
It's a busy time of year, man. It's tough to keep up at times. These coaches do a good job of reporting in and helping us keep track of everything, and then a lot of kudos go to Julie Kelly, who helps post some of this stuff on social media as well.
And a big thank you to Julie Kelly and Athletic Director Coach Ken Harriman for helping us get prepared each week. Kick is short and a fair catch called for at the 30-yard line. By design, it was a sky kick from Harrison Losh.
Colin Canterbury on the catch.
Then Friday, a week from today, it is homecoming at Panther Stadium. The homecoming assembly starts at 12:10 in the Panther Activity Center next Friday. The homecoming parade will follow at 1:30 p.m. That's downtown. The homecoming pep rally will be at 2:35 at Memorial Park. The homecoming coronation will start at 6:25 at Panther Stadium before the game, and then the Panthers will square off against the Benton Panthers at 7 o'clock. Quarterback keeper this time, he doesn't get the outside. Number 2, Trace Watkins, I think he'll be slung for a loss.
You know, Dustin, it's real simple for the Panthers. You know, they've got to be able to slow them down, and
they'll call it at the line of scrimmage.
It's not like Sheridan's going to try and start throwing it every down on them. You know, they're going to try and run that football. It's coming. Get ready for it, and
they've thrown one pass tonight. Watkins will take the snap. This time he hands it off to 24, Alden Lucas. Lucas up the middle, good gain for Alden. He'll get up near the 38-yard line.
And as I noted, in 2 of the previous 3 games against Sheridan, it's been a slow start for Siloam Springs. They don't really have an explanation for why that is.
Well, and last year the Panthers were down 14-0 at home.
Well, and they were down 14-0 at home 2 years ago. It just kind of happens that way sometimes.
So 3rd down and 2. Siloam Springs defense trying to get off the field. 1 receiver for Sheridan. 2 H-backs, 2 tight ends. Quarterback keeper, 1st down. He needed the 40, got just across the 40. It moves the chains.
Trace Watkins on the carry. He is tackled by number 67, J.P. Willis. Results of the play is a Sheridan Yellow Jacket.
If they're able to drive the ball all the
spot.
way down the field and score like that, you got to give credit to them. But if they bust a big one, part of that goes back on the defense. You can't really give up big plays to a running team like this.
This time they'll go twin receivers. Handoff again to Lucas, up the middle, and he squirms his way to midfield. Big pickup. We'll call it the 49-yard line of Sheridan, but that's an 8-yard pickup.
Lucas on the carry. He is tackled by number 5, Camden Collins. 8-yard gain on the play. He brings up 2nd down and 2.
Alden Lucas runs low to the ground and just kind of squirms his way through there. Hunter Tucker, number 4, has been the quarterback. He'll take, this time, a direct snap to Alden Lucas. Lucas across midfield.
Alden Lucas on the carry. Tackled by number 2, Jackson Nordberg. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
I say it was across midfield. It wasn't. It was stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Yep. I thought maybe they were going to mark him for a loss there.
I was looking at the official. Did you see the official in the secondary had a flag in his hand, almost threw it, and then put it back in his
No, I missed that one somehow.
3rd down and 2 from their own 49-yard line. Quarterback keeper right at midfield. Right at midfield. And they're going to be a yard shy unless
No, I think they're going to give him a really good spot here on a second effort.
An excellent spot. Wow. An excellent spot across midfield at the Siloam Springs 49-yard line.
Number 44, Hunter Dorsey.
Now, what's interesting is Sheridan's put in a lot of personnel. I think we've had about 4 or 5 different guys take a snap, either a direct snap.
Yes.
A lot of guys have handed off. I mean, they're
a lot of them are actually just lining up at straight-up quarterback.
We must have
It is going to be, initially the official called it 4th down.
I think that's good by a nose, Dustin. The way where I'm seeing it, I don't know. They're struggling to see it, but I think that's.
I don't know. I've got a terrible angle here at it. I can't tell.
The
but
nose
the
of the
official
football
initially
looks like
called
it's
it 4th
touching the
down.
49, and I think the stick was at the 49. So
See,
I'm going to say by a nose.
See, I'm thinking he's just shy.
Huh. How about that?
It is 4th down and about 2 inches.
Measurement comes up just short.
Right across midfield in Siloam Springs territory. The ball is just barely shy of the 49-yard line. The way the Sheridan offense has moved the ball in the early going.
Be really nice to get a false start right here.
It really would.
Push that back to about a 4th and 6.
So the offense stays on the field, hurries to the line of scrimmage. 6:06 to play, opening half here in Sheridan. I believe it's Watkins lined up at the quarterback this time. He'll take the shotgun snap. He's got the 1st down, no problem. 1st down, no problem. They got a good hole for him right over the center's rear, down to about the 47-yard line, and that's all it took. The Sheridan offense stays on the field.
Trace Watkins on the carry. The results of the play is a Sheridan Yellow Jacket.
Sheridan's success is so far, Graham, has been defined solely on first down. They get good gains on first down, put themselves in second and third and short, gives them a chance to be successful. Hand off to Peyton Edwards. He keeps wiggling his way forward down near the 40.
Alden Lucas on the carry. He is tackled by number 14, Hunter Talley.
Hunter Talley made the stop.
8-yard gain on the play. Brings up second down and 2.
They're going to mark it just outside the 40 at the 41.
You know, I thought he was on the 40, and they put him back at the 41.
So it'll be second and 2, but a big gain on first down. Peyton Edwards this time looks as if he'll take the snap. Takes it right up the center. He has first down across the 35, down to the 33-yard line, and the chains move again.
Peyton Edwards on the carry. He is tackled by number 67, J.P. Wills. Results of the play is a Sheridan Yellow Jacket.
You know, folks, this is a different brand of football in high school anymore. You don't see a lot of this on a day-to-day basis. You see a lot of teams spreading it out. They may spread out and try and run the ball, but Sheridan, they've got 10 out of 11 guys right there inside the box.
That's right. All but one lone receiver out on the near side. They're running 2 tight ends, 2 H-backs. This time it's Watkins. Watkins takes it left side, tries to hurdle the defender. Doesn't get a whole lot there. Down, it looks like it's going to be at about the 31-yard line.
Trace Watkins on the carry, tackled by number 7, Elijah Coffey.
Now they're going to mark it at the 32.
1-yard gain on the play, brings up second down and 9.
So pick up a 1, second and 9. Peyton Edwards in the backfield, so is Trace Watkins. It's hard to know who's going to take that snap. Now a whistle before the snap.
This is probably a good timeout here for Siloam Springs.
Panthers will burn their first timeout with 3:39 to go here in the opening half, trailing by 7. Then to round out the athletic events for the week, Saturday the 5th, that's a week from tomorrow, 9th grade volleyball is at the Alma tournament next Saturday, and then cross country is at the Chili Pepper meet in Fayetteville. That's always a big one, isn't it, Graham?
Oh man, I've never been to it personally, but you hear stories. Just the mobs of people over there at Agri Park, and real nice tradition for the University of Arkansas.
Panthers need a stop. They finally have the Yellow Jackets in a second down and long situation. 2nd and 9. Trace Watkins will take the snap, keep it himself up the middle, finds a hole, wiggles down near the 25. I think they're going to spot it at the 26-yard line.
Tackled by number 8, Oren Stafford.
So it's a gain of 5 down.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Makes it
Brings up
third down and 4 at the 20, just inside the 27-yard line.
You know, it looked like he had a bigger hole, and Oren Stafford came in there and did a good job of closing that one up.
Watkins again to take the snap from the gun. He takes it left side, sidesteps inside to the 20-yard line. A flag comes in late, almost like a face mask.
Maybe, I think it is a face mask.
Trace Watkins on the carry.
He'll get down to the
8,
20.
Oren Stafford. There is a flag on the play.
It'll go against Siloam Springs. Face mask. Half the distance of the goal.
Face mask on the defense.
Half the distance
After
of the
the
goal.
play and after the
It'll be
penalty,
first
the
and goal
results
from
of
the
play
10.
is a Sheridan Yellow Jacket.
First and goal, Sheridan from the Siloam Springs 10. Fighting their way inside the 5 as the Yellow Jackets dominating the line of scrimmage down near the 3-yard line. And the chain gang
Peyton Edwards on the carry.
makes it appear that they could get a first
He gets the ball all
down.
the way down to the 3.5-yard line. Brings up second down.
It appears they can get a first down at about the half-yard line. It's hard to tell from where we're sitting, but it appears that they could get first down yardage at about the half. So we'll call it second down and 3. Edwards keeps it. He stood up at the line of scrimmage. Stood up and forced back. Forward progress will give him
No gain on the play.
We'll give him
Brings
the
up
line
third
of scrimmage,
down.
and that's it. But now it's third down and 3. Again, they could get a first down, it looks like, at about the half-yard line. Clock ticks. 1:40 to go, opening half. Peyton Edwards will take the snap. He'll come to his right. Siloam Springs does a great job of containment. Cam Collins trips him up, gets cleaned up with some helpers from
Peyton Edwards on the
Thad
carry.
Wright
Goal line number 5.
and Hunter Dorsey
Brandon Collins.
out at the 5-yard line. So now it's fourth down and nearly 5. Sheridan
Good timeout here again for Siloam
Timeout
Springs.
for Sheridan. Fourth down and 5. Panthers burn a timeout. 1:12 to go. Opening half, and this is a big fourth down right here. The Panthers will get the ball out of the break.
Not only can you talk about what you want to do here, but you stop the clock, and if you're able to get it stopped, you can, save a little bit of time there.
Both teams are down to one timeout. Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is ready to tackle your sports medicine needs. With the skill and experience of Dr. Matthew Coker, Siloam Springs Regional Hospital is your convenient choice for advanced orthopedic services, and you don't have to go far from home. If you ever get sidelined by a broken bone, sports injury, painful joint, or severe sprain, Dr. Coker and our entire team are ready to help you get back in the game. For more information, call 479-215-3124 or visit ssrh.net. They're going to kick a field goal. It'll be about a 27-yarder. And it's blocked. Blocked by the Siloam Springs Panthers, and they get a stop. Not only was it blocked, but it was blocked at the numbers. Panthers got penetration quickly.
Good job by Siloam Springs there.
Blocked the kick. Panthers hold. And if Siloam Springs comes back to win this game, you might be able to point to that play right there as a big, big stop. For
And what also it moves the ball back out to the 20, so you're not facing your own end zone anymore.
First and 10.
So 1:07 to work with. Panthers have one timeout, so does Sheridan. Taylor Poole from the gun. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. The lone man, Gage Weaver, on the near side. Jeff Fazima in the backfield with Poole. Poole hands it off to Fazima. Fazima picks up 2, maybe 3, out to the 23-yard line, maybe.
Little hurry up here for the Panthers.
Panthers will go no huddle. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, 3-yard pickup, second down and 7.
And I like the idea here. Maybe Jeff's the guy who, if he can get behind him, he can bust one here.
Number 54, Zane Key.
Poole looks to throw this time over the middle and in and out of the hands of Oren Stafford. Stafford looked to run before he caught the ball. He had room. He had room. That stops the clock. 40 seconds to go.
Oren's a guy who's been on defense mostly a lot this year and hasn't played in the last couple weeks a lot of offense. But he's a guy who can make big plays in the offensive passing game.
Panthers will go 4 receivers. Trips on the far side. Single set on the near side. Fazima in the backfield. Third down, 7. Poole from the pocket, looks to throw, finds Gage Weaver. Complete on the near side, out of bounds for the first down. Up, let's see, at about the 32-yard line.
Complete to number 34, Gage Weaver.
He has a heads-up play to get out of bounds. They'll mark it the 33-yard line, so Clock stops, chains move,
Ball is
34 seconds to go.
Line, 1st and 10 Panthers.
14-7 Sheridan. Poole again from the pocket. This time he has to tuck it and run. Gets up near the 38 about Siloam Springs. Coach Brandon Craig is right there. Panthers will burn their final timeout with 26 seconds to go. They'll mark it all the way up at the 39-yard line. So it's a good gain, 6-yard pickup.
You know, you have to burn the timeout there. You know, it would have taken off probably another 10 to 11
seconds,
10 to 12 seconds to get another playoff, and then you're still on this side of the field. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Panthers try and take a shot here. You know, they've taken a couple shots early already, and
Sheridan's been ready for them.
And you know,
so far on those shots.
You know, another option might be to try to hit something over the middle of the field if they're thinking you're going to take a shot. You know, you might be able to do something there and
which Siloam
stop
has had
the clock,
good,
and then as they say, clock the ball.
Panthers have had good luck over the center of the field to Gavin Henson. Twin receivers on both sides. This time, Fazima is lined up in the slot. Lashley, the H-back. From the gun, that's exactly what the Panthers do. Air it out down the field, way overthrown, intended for Gage Weaver. Gage Weaver wasn't open anyway. I think Taylor Poole just decided to take a shot, air it out, and see if Weaver could get under it. But it's third down and 4.
Still got a little time here. You need to get a first down here, and you know, try to extend the drive as long as you can.
From the 39, 21 seconds to go in the quarter, 21 seconds to go in the half. 3 receiver set, this time Fazima in the backfield with Poole. Taylor Poole will hand it to Fazima. He nearly trips at the line of scrimmage. Trips in the backfield, loses yardage. Back to about the 37, a 2-yard loss. Now a whistle, and they'll stop the clock.
I think Sheridan burned their last time out.
Sheridan with 11 seconds to go in the half. They're going to burn their
final
timeout.
You know what they've got to be thinking here is that Siloam has had a lot of trouble on special teams with punts, and you know, if they're able to block a kick and run it back, then it's worth it.
So on the loss, it'll make it 4th down and 5 from the 38. $11 seconds to go, opening half. Panthers trying to claw their way back into it, 14-7. Siloam Springs will line up in punt formation straight out of the timeout.
I don't think you'll see the rugby-style punt here. I think he'll just try to get it off and get it down the field as quick as he can.
Nobody back for Sheridan to receive the punt. Looks as if they're going to rush 8. They don't all come. Taylor Poole got the punt off. Wasn't great punt protection. He got it off. It took a good Siloam Springs bounce. The half ends as the ball rolls to a stop at the 15-yard line. And at the half, Siloam Springs trails the Sheridan Yellow Jackets by a score of 14-7. We'll take an extended halftime break. We'll come back at about the 6 to 7 minute mark with the Herald Leader halftime show and first half stats with Graham Thomas. You're listening to Siloam Springs football on YouTube.
Experience of volleyball been? My high school experience with volleyball has been such a roller coaster, and it's just been so much fun. You know, there's some downs, but there's so many ups, and it's just been such a great experience throughout my 4 years of playing volleyball. It's been the best experience. It's been great, senior year, it's last year in high school. It means, you just cherish every moment you have and just have fun your senior year. You get a lot of privileges being a senior athlete, seniority over a lot of people, and that's a lot of fun. It just makes you cherish a lot of your first experiences that you had. And it's just a lot of fun and I love it. So.
That's amazing. Seniority does not exist.
Seniority does exist. My experience from moving from my old school to this school, like halfway through my high school year, has been nothing but support and love from the school and from my volleyball family. I feel so at home here, and it's just like, it's even better than my old school. Volleyball means to me having the courage to do your best and to learn from your mistakes that you've made and to always have that mental toughness, as my coach says, to persevere through everything. And it's not just about just playing the sport, it's about, your teammates and growing as a person and getting to travel and just grow as a person.
Awesome. And then the last high school experience of volleyball.
My high school experience with volleyball has been such a roller coaster, and it's just been so much fun. There's there's some downs, but there's so many ups, and it's just been such a great experience throughout my 4 years of playing volleyball. It's been the best experience. It's been great, senior year, it's last year in high school. It means, you just cherish every moment you have and just have fun your senior year. You get a lot of privileges being a senior athlete, seniority over a lot of people, and that's a lot of fun. It just makes you cherish a lot of your first experiences that you had. And it's just a lot of fun, and I love it. So.
That's amazing. Seniority does not exist.
Seniority does exist. My experience from moving from my old school to this school, like halfway through my high school year, has been nothing but support and love from the school and from my volleyball family. I feel so at home here, and it's just like, it's even better than my old school. Volleyball means to me having the courage to do your best and to learn from your mistakes that you've made and to always have that mental toughness, as my coach says, to persevere through everything. And it's not just about just playing the sport, it's about, your teammates and growing as a person and getting to travel and just grow as a person.
Awesome. And then the last
Looks like we're almost ready. Drum majors, Aaron Rowell and Cassie Stinchfield. Is your band ready? Please join me in welcoming your Yellow Jacket Band.
I'm going to go run down to the restroom, and I will be right back up. Okay? I'm ready whenever you are. If you want to, I'm ready whenever you are. If you want to, whenever he gets back, I guess.
We welcome you back in for the Herald Leader halftime show with the managing editor of the Herald Leader and also my partner in crime on the broadcast this year, and it's been awesome so far. I enjoy every minute of it. Mr. Graham Thomas. Graham, how about some first half stats?
Well, Dustin, the Sheridan Yellow Jackets have picked up 207 yards of offense. 179 of that has come on the ground on 30 carries, and they've completed one pass for 28 yards.
And they've only thrown one pass, right?
1 for 1, batting 1,000. So, the Yellow Jackets have used a number of different guys. The big one is Trace Watkins, the quarterback, who's rushed 16 times for 108 yards. Peyton Edwards has rushed 8 times for 44 yards. Alden Lucas 5 for 22, and number 45 Wright, not Thad Wright, but the other Wright for Sheridan. He's rushed 1 time for 5 yards. They did bring in Connor Canterbury, who completed 1 pass for 28 yards, and that went to Drew Domrays. And if you're thinking about it in terms of plays and ball control, the Yellow Jackets ran 31 offensive plays. The Panthers ran 22, and several of those came right there at the end after they were going to stop. But before that, it was much more lopsided.
It felt a lot more lopsided than that. doesn't really seem like it tells the story.
Well, but in a way it does tell the story. You know, they've controlled the ball, they've controlled the ground, and they're up 14-7. But yes, it was a much better second quarter for the Panthers, and I think they feel like, you know, if they've been able to stop the big run by Watkins, maybe this game is tied, or maybe they even have the lead at this point. But a lot to feel good about going into halftime to get the ball back. Siloam Springs, on the other hand, has rushed 12 times for 53 yards and thrown for 31 yards. Taylor Poole has completed 5 of 10 passes for 31 yards. In the rushing categories, Poole's rushed 44 times for 22 yards, and Jackson Norberg and Camden Collins have both rushed 3 times. Norberg has 18 yards and Collins 11. Jeff Fazima with 2 carries for 2 yards here on that last drive. As I said, Poole's completed 5 of 10 passes for 31 yards. 2 of them to Gavin Henson. Those are his first 2 catches of the year. Gavin's been doing a good job in JV work, and you know, having him out there at receiver just frees another guy up to be somewhere else. He's a good player. Real good pitcher, too, for the Panther baseball team. Tanner Broyles, 1 catch for 6 yards. Jackson Norberg, 1 catch for -1. And Gage Weaver with 1 catch for 10 yards. So Panthers have a shot to get back in this one.
Oh, absolutely. And, it's not near too late.
You know, need to tighten up on defense. Maybe get a turnover or 2 and try and flip the script here in the second half.
Good news is Panthers get the ball to start the second half. They deferred their option to the second half. That's the first time they've done that all season,
and you know they're going to make some adjustments here. They're going to make some defensive adjustments to do everything they can to stop that Sheridan rushing attack. From a Sheridan point of view, I don't know what really adjustments you can make because your defense hasn't been out there just a whole lot to be able to do so. And I'm sure they'll have some, but from Siloam's point of view, I'm sure they'll look at it, maybe bring in another defender in the box, or change up some of their blitz schemes. Something there will be some adjustments at halftime, and Coach Craig and his staff are really good about taking what they've seen so far and adjusting. And you saw some of that on that last drive when they got the stop.
Right, and that was. If the Panthers come back and win this game, that's the turning point moment, I think, defensively, especially for the Panthers. Now on the flip side, looking at this deal, not a lot of penalties. Both teams have played pretty clean. The Panthers fumbled it out of bounds once on a kickoff return. Mm-hmm. It's been a pretty clean game. It's just so far it's been defined by the trenches. Sheridan has been very good.
Sheridan dipped into their bag of tricks to convert on 3rd and long on their own side of the field early in the game, and that I don't know if that's something that they've showed on film yet, but it was a very effective play because I know the Panthers were looking for the toss, and the tight end was wide open over the middle. So, Dustin, it's been an exciting week for Siloam Springs Athletics. That we just got done with a couple of conference tournaments in tennis and in golf. And if you don't mind, I'd like to start with some tennis here.
Absolutely.
The Siloam tennis teams were in Russellville this past week, and coming out of Tuesday's conference tournament finals in girls doubles, the doubles team of Olga Los and Eve Slater are the 5A West Conference champions. And
that's pretty cool.
Combined with the 4 matches they won in the conference tournament, plus the 8 matches in league play, they have gone 12-0 in 5A West play, and that's just a tremendous achievement for those 2 girls. Loss is a freshman, and Slater is a junior, and real happy to hear that for those girls. They will be advancing on to the state tournament, which will be in Hot Springs on October 14th and 15th, and we'll take their shot at some of the 5A's best doubles tennis teams. On the boys' side, we've got the doubles team of Lucas Junkerman and Sam Jackson, and Lucas is a sophomore and Sam is a junior, and they advanced to the state tournament as well. They end up finished 4th overall in boys doubles this past week. But did a real nice job. In order to qualify in tennis, you have to advance to the semifinals of your conference tournament, and so they were able to do that on Monday of this past week. And then moving on to golf, the Siloam Springs golfers were in the 5A West Conference Tournament at Ben Guerin Golf Course in Fort Smith. Neither team was able to qualify as a team for the state tournament, and it's actually the first time in several years that's happened. But we did have a couple of individuals qualify. In boys, Ethan Owens will qualify for the boys 5A state tournament, which is actually in a couple weeks. Actually, it's the first Monday and Tuesday of the first full Monday, Tuesday of October. So not this Monday, Tuesday, but the next one. And then in girls, originally it looked like we had just one to qualify in Emily Self. She's a sophomore. But Bailey Morris, freshman, also qualified. Coach Robertson just let me know that. So good for those kids.
That's right.
Getting
That's
to continue
exciting.
their seasons on. And we'll be excited to hear about their successes at the state tournaments coming up here very soon.
So now, Graham, when we do the athletic events for the week during the broadcast every week, it is just littered with volleyball. There's so much volleyball action. So how's the volleyball season going for everybody?
Well, the Lady Panthers were in action twice this last week, and on Tuesday they dropped a very tough, heartbreaking 3-2 loss to Little Rock Christian. Had lots of opportunities to win it, just couldn't pull out the W. And then last night against Greenbrier at home, really battled a really good Greenbrier team who's in first place in the conference at the moment, and lost 3 really, really tight ball games. But I know Coach Joe Ellen Wright and Coach Jesse Merrill feel like the program is heading in the direction they want to. They're in my opinion, they're kind of turning the corner a little bit and competing with some of these top teams in the conference. And they've got an uphill battle to make it to state, but it's not out of the possibility. Just got to get some W's here along the way. And then in junior high volleyball, Coach Leah Towell and Coach Emily Grace Rugery, they're doing a good job with those young kids. A lot of times, even on the junior high volleyball, you don't see, but sometimes they'll have 2 7th grade teams playing or 2 8th grade teams playing, A team and B team. And they're in action multiple times a night, playing a lot of games, and that's really, really good for those kids. And they're doing a good job. So
It is a busy season in Siloam athletics.
and just to round out, cross country was at the Be Your Best meet this last week, and I believe tomorrow they're at Berryville with the Chili Pepper coming up, and the women's and the girls and the boys teams have both had some early season success. The girls have taken first place at a couple meets and really done well. And I know that there's great things in store for the cross country kids, as we go down the stretch. And last, I don't want to forget the junior high football teams that all 3 of them were in action. Last night at Panther Stadium, we had a triple header, and the 7th grade team lost to Farmington. The 8th grade team defeated Farmington 8-0, and in very heartbreaking fashion, 9th graders dropped a 22-20 loss to Farmington in the final seconds of the ball game. So, but a lot of good things happening on the junior high levels there with the football coaches, and I know they've got a lot to be looking forward to as this season continues on.
Well, let's take a look at a few scores. Not everybody reports them real well in the early parts of the games, but at halftime tonight, Bentonville West is leading Fayetteville 21-7.
How about that?
I don't know how big a surprise it is. Fayetteville has struggled a little bit in the early going this year. Conway's up 7-0 second quarter over Southside. Bryant 42-0 at Northside.
Oh,
at the
man.
half. Bryant
The Bryan Hornets are a good football team, folks.
Let's see. Springdale is all over Rogers Heritage, 42-14. Bentonville is in a tight one. They lead on the road at the half over Harbor, 17-14. Van Buren and Rogers. That one's at Van Buren tonight. Van Buren, second quarter action. It's 21-0 Van Buren. Crosby Tuck, he's doing some good things, isn't he?
Doing a lot of good things at Van Buren, and not real sure what's happening down with the Rogers. You know, as you and I talked about earlier, we thought that Rogers had a chance to be a good football team based on what we saw in the preseason scrimmage, and so far it's been a little tough sledding for the Mounties.
It has. Now prepare yourself for this one, Graham.
Oh, my.
6A West at the half. Lake Hamilton at El Dorado. Lake Hamilton with a 20-7 halftime lead.
Wow, how about the Lake Hamilton Wolves there?
Over El Dorado. That is, Lake Hamilton has really shown something early on. And then this isn't a shock at all, but Greenwood's up 35-0 at Little Rock Hall. That's at the half also. And then we don't have a score reported yet from Russellville and Benton. So we don't know what's going on there. And also at halftime, Harrison trails Morrilton 21-14. And that's
How about
at Harrison
that?
tonight. A little bit of a surprise. Both of those teams are really, really good.
Well, and that's why you play the game, folks. I mean, you can go into these things thinking it's going to turn out one way, and it can end up being something totally different. And I don't think I really expected the Sheridan Yellow Jackets to be ahead 14-7 and dominate the first half like they did, but that's how it turned out. So, but we got another half of football to play.
That's right.
Adjustments will be made, and we'll see if the Panthers can get back on track here.
Because it's certainly not too late.
I've got at halftime, Dustin, Benton over Russellville, 22-17.
Wow. A lot of offense.
Yeah.
So the Panthers getting ready to take the field to receive the second half kick. They will move toward the north end zone here at Peoples Bank Stadium in Sheridan.
You know, and Dustin, this is an important drive. If the Panthers can come out here and put some points on the board, that will be do wonders, I think, for their confidence moving forward in the rest of this football game.
No doubt about it. Sheridan has kicked short on both of their previous kicks tonight. We'll see what they do here. Javier Gonzalez will kick it low and short. It hits at the 30 and goes out of bounds. Panthers will get good field position up at the 35 to start the second half.
I would almost say that I think you'll expect to see Siloam Springs try to establish something with the running game here. Haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to do that yet, but they can really assert their will. I know Sheridan's got some guys that are going both ways, and that would be a good way to wear them out a little bit.
That's right. Siloam Springs has a big offensive line.
Ball is placed on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
And pretty well all season, the Panthers have been able to run the ball successfully, so we'll see what happens here. Jackson Norberg in the backfield next to Collins. Norberg takes the handoff. Nothing doing. He's going to lose 2 yards back to the 33. Nothing there for Norberg. 2-yard loss. Sheridan got penetration quick.
On the carry. He is tackled by number 27, Tyler Whitaker.
Sheridan played that really well. The whole key with the read option is you give if you think that's the best play, or you keep if that's the best play. Taylor give to Norberg there, and the Yellow Jackets ate him up.
Now Jackson Norberg goes in motion out of the backfield. Poole from the pocket, fires over the middle, has his man complete. Up near first down yardage at about the 45-yard line is Tate Kreiner, right over the middle of the field. They'll put the nose of the football at the 45 and move the chains. Panthers go no huddle.
Pass complete to number 16, Tate Kreiner.
1st and 10. 3 receivers set, an H-back, and Norberg in the backfield with Poole. This time Poole keeps it himself, has room to run over the middle, across midfield to the Sheridan 48. The Panther offense is moving the football, Graham. 7-yard pickup.
couple nice plays consecutively there for the Panthers to set up second and short here on the
Number 10, Taylor Poole on the
43-yard
carry.
line.
Tackled by number 45, Glenn Wright.
I apologize, 47-yard
Brings up
line.
second down and 2.
Tate Kreiner and Tanner Broyles, the receivers on the near side. Gage Weaver, the lone man on the high side. Norberg again with room up the middle. First down yardage inside the 40, falls all the way to the 37, depending on the spot here.
You know, folks,
They're going to walk it back to the 38.
Jackson Norberg with a good run there.
Tyler Whitaker.
I'm sure many people saw today, he was our featured guy in the Democrat Gazette.
I meant to bring that up in the Herald Leader halftime show, and I forgot about it. Taylor Poole fires on the near sideline, overthrows Tate Kreiner.
You know, Norberg's got a unique story to tell. Not every kid runs over their toe with a lawnmower and lives to play football with it. So,
and he really hasn't shown signs of it being an issue at all.
27.
You know, that's absolutely right. I mean,
Broyles is incomplete.
and hasn't complained one bit about it. I know it hurts him a little bit, but I had to kind of milk that out of him. You know what I mean? He wasn't going to admit that.
Didn't want to talk about it a whole lot.
Oh, he would know. He was fine talking about it. He's a good kid.
Taylor Poole trying to run the screen, gets it complete, but not a whole lot there. They read it well. Down, I say not a whole lot there, down to the 36-yard line. No.
Not the 33.
I'm sorry, the 33-yard line. Pickup of about 5.
Screen pass to number 32, Brendan Lashley.
It was Brendan Lashley,
Complete.
screen
He is
pass to the
tackled by
H-back.
number 46,
5-yard
Dylan Palmer.
pickup, 3rd down and 5. Taylor Poole on the read, keeps it, doesn't get much. It'll be 4th down and decision time for the Panthers, kind of in no man's land.
Yeah, I think this will be a one where they go
Taylor
for it here.
Poole on the carry.
They're going to
He is
say no
tackled by
gain.
Number 45, Glenn Wright.
So it'll be 4th down and
Brings up
5.
4th down and 5.
Big play for the Panthers here. It's check your gut time for Siloam
Let's get
Springs.
loud. Let's make some noise. Let your defense hear you.
3 receiver set. Taylor Poole pulls it out over the middle and in and out of the hands of Tate Kreiner. He had Tate Kreiner.
Turnover on down. Sheridan football. 1st and 10.
In and out of the hands of Tate Kreiner over the middle. It's a turnover on downs, and now it's up to the Panther defense to hold the Yellow Jackets. They had what they wanted.
Yeah, that Tate had he had a chance to make a play there, just couldn't haul it in, unfortunately.
Panther defense with 4 down linemen. Watkins will hand it off to Lucas. Lucas is going to be dropped in the backfield. Good play. Siloam Springs, great containment. Alden Lucas is a shifty runner, but he didn't break free that time. Back to the 30-yard line, a loss of 2.
Alden Lucas on the
And
carry.
Panthers brought some pressure there,
32.
Dustin. And they're going to have to get their energy level up and break through some of those,
Loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 12.
some of that offensive protection and try and get some negative plays. A good job there on that first play of doing that.
8:35 to go, 3rd quarter, 2nd down and 12. This time Lucas takes the snap himself, takes it right side, big push from his offensive line, gets positive yardage to about the 36-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 6 yards and a 3rd down and more
Alden
manageable,
Lucas on the
about a
carry.
3rd and
He is
6.
tackled by number 44, Hunter Dorsey.
Hunter Dorsey made the stop, 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 7.
Panther defense trying to get off the field, force a Sheridan punt. Big 3rd down and 6 to 7. Right here for both teams.
And, Sheridan, they've got them all jammed in there.
That's right, everybody. Trace Watkins, he's going to keep it. Goes to his right, nothing there. Siloam Springs bottles it up, drops him before the 35-yard line, a loss of a couple. That'll force a 4th down, and
He is tackled by number 29.
let's see, about 4th down and 7.
That's a nice stop
Esquin
there.
Bocanegra with the stop. He had some help from the other defenders there. Elijah Coffey back to receive the punt. Siloam Springs looks as if they're going to rush the punt. They fall back at the last moment. Elijah Coffey catches the low line drive, breaks the tackle. He's up near midfield, forced down near the out of bounds line on the Sheridan side at the 49-yard line. Good return for Elijah Coffey and good field position for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's just a great overall series for the Panthers.
You can hear a little pep on the sideline here too.
That's great to hear too, Dustin. Just terrific.
Panthers will huddle. 7:08 to go, third quarter. 14-7. Sheridan over the Panthers. 3 receiver set. Lashley the H-back. Taylor Poole with the keeper comes to his right, cuts back, and finds a hole for a few yards across midfield to the 48. 3-yard pickup on what looked like a no-gain situation.
He did a good job of kind of cutting back. He saw the outside was a little closed off, and turned a 1 to 2 yard loss into a 3-yard gain.
Now the Panthers go pistol formation. Norberg behind Poole. Poole on the near sideline, complete to Orrin Stafford, and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. I believe that'll be first down yardage. It is. They move the chains. Great play there. Quick, accurate throw by Taylor Poole, and way to haul it in for Orrin Stafford.
Nice job of tiptoeing the sideline there by Orrin and getting the first down, making sure he was beyond the sticks.
Now a good hole for Jackson Norberg. He's hit but falls forward to the 32-yard line. Atrocious spot back to the 33-yard line. Still a 7-yard pickup, but that is a horrible spot.
Panthers clicking a little bit here, trying to
second
up tempo, and
they move tempo, like you said here. Again, Jackson Norberg, he brings it right side. He'll have the first down. He lowers his shoulder in the sideline. Instead of stepping out, he delivers the blow. First down yardage down near the 25. It's hard to see from our vantage point. We'll see where they spot this.
Well, whatever happened down there, though, it really fired up the sideline because they were all kinds of jacked up after watching that one.
Right at the 25-yard line, Panthers move quickly. 3 receivers, this time Cam Collins. They'll look to throw just outside the reach. Trying to see who that was.
I think he tried to get Orrin Stafford again. Fastball a little too hard there from Poole.
He threw it quickly, and it was just a little over the reach of Orrin Stafford. 2nd and 10 from the 25. 5:48 to go, third period. Lashley, the H-back on the right side. This time Collins takes it, has a hole.
Wow.
Right side, Collins, touchdown, Siloam Springs. 25-yard touchdown. He went untouched, Graham. Untouched.
Great job there by the Panthers offensive line. Cam Collins had a big hole, and he was gone.
He did not get touched. Good blocking by the receiver on the near side, and I believe that was Orrin Stafford. Turned his man to the sideline, and Cam Collins went right between him and his big right tackle, and Siloam Springs is a point after away from tying this game up. Elijah Coffey to hold. Good snap, good hold. Excellent kick, and we have tied this game up at 14-all. 5:42 to go in the third quarter.
Now, real important here, Dustin. The Panthers cannot let up. They've got to stay on the gas here and, stay after the Sheridan Yellow Jackets bunch. You got them all the momentum on your side. Let's go get them again.
That's exactly right. Make Generations Bank your bank. Our experienced staff is dedicated to giving you a level of personal service you have to experience to believe. We have a great offering of personal and business accounts. We offer online banking, bill pay, and automated sweeps at no charge. Our debit card can be used to withdraw cash anytime, anywhere in the U.S. with no ATM fees. Need a loan? Guess what? We make loans. Come in and visit with us today about your financial needs. Conveniently located in Siloam Springs at Signature Plaza, member FDIC.
A lot of the Yellow Jackets look like they got their hands on their hips a little bit, and Dauber may be a little down. This is a good opportunity to try and and really seize control here. That's what good football teams do.
Harrison Losh to kick it away. He'll sky kick it. Penalty flag comes in. It'll go against Siloam Springs, and Graham, I think it was against Harrison Losh. I think he stepped in front of the football before he kicked it. So that'll back it up 5 yards.
A little too eager, I think, on Harry.
I think so, too. He sky kicked it very short.
Well, and I'm a little curious about the sky kick here. You know, I for whatever reason, I don't think they'll be doing it again this time.
He comes to the sideline. Coach Craig gives him a little instruction, not much.
I think they just blew it dead. I don't know that it was a penalty because, well, maybe there is. Yeah, they're moving it back. The tee was still on the 40, and I wouldn't think Sheridan would have been kind enough to decline a penalty.
I wouldn't think so.
Let's see what they pull
out here. Is that the
here.
first penalty of the night against the Panthers?
That is not. They did
It's
have
not?
a couple in
Okay.
the first half. And that first drive.
Poor memory on my part.
Oh, and it's all right.
So this time from the 35, Harrison approaches the football. Sky kicks it again, this time a little deeper. Taken at the 29-yard line on a fair catch. Number 7, Colin Canterbury. Little scrum on the near sideline.
This is not the team that you want to get fired up, you know, and not real sure what happened there because we're shielded by the wall of Siloam players. But
well, I'll tell you, I caught it out of the corner of my eye. They called a fair catch, and one of the upbacks, one of their linebackers, laid a blow anyway. One of the Sheridan players laid a lick anyway. Upset the Siloam Springs sideline and fans here, and rightfully so. No flag, though. Ball at the 34-yard line. They'll hand it off to Alden Lucas, and Alden Lucas gets a yard, and that's about it.
Alden Lucas on the carry. He is tackle line number 29.
Coach Craig and Coach Harriman encouraging their defense. A good stop there. They're going to give him a 2-yard pickup to the 36. 2nd and 8, 5:15 to go. Third quarter, ball game tied at 14. From the gun, their throwing quarterback, Canterbury, will throw it quickly to Lucas out of the backfield. Good gain for Lucas. I think he'll be near first down yards. They're going to go ahead and give it to him. Up at the 44-yard line, moves the chains. Sheridan showing a little bit different look here offensively as Siloam Springs looked really good defensively in that last possession.
Well, I think the Panthers were starting to kind of catch on to the power run game, and you know here's some adjustments that the Sheridan offense is making.
Now Sheridan's going to huddle. They're going to need to move here. Nah, they'll have time. 1st and 10 from the 44. Canterbury, the quarterback, 3 receiver set. Canterbury from the pocket looks to throw. Good look and complete. Caught on the near sideline. Trey Davis will take it all the way.
Touchdown!
And it is a Sheridan touchdown. Armando Munoz was playing the ball well, but he was on the inside. Trey Davis, the bigger receiver, just reached right over Munoz's arms, hauled it in. Munoz was tripped up, and Davis strikes from 56 yards out. And it is a 20-14 Sheridan lead as they answer. The extra point is a knuckleball kick, but it is good, and it's a 21-14 Sheridan lead.
Seconds remaining in the third quarter. Siloam Springs 14. Your Sheridan Yellow Jackets 21.
Well, as we said, you know the Yellow Jackets do like to run the football, but they will throw it when the opportunity presents itself. And it was kind of an unfortunate play there for the Panthers. He had a chance to make a play, and
Munoz had good position there. Trey Davis honestly just reached right over him, was a little more aggressive to the football. Munoz lost his footing, and Trey Davis went untouched. .407 to go. Third quarter. Siloam Springs had all the momentum. The big score there from Sheridan has shifted it back a little bit. Sheridan back up by 7.
Well, and the Panthers get a chance to answer here again.
Javier Gonzalez to kick it away. His kick is low. Taken and fumbled by Siloam Springs. Picked up. And with a decent return out near the 32-yard line. I'm not even sure who it was. Was it Christian Ledecker?
I think that was
Jacob Smith.
Yeah, Christian Ledecker was the one carrying the ball there.
I think it was Christian Ledecker. He kind of fumbled it, but scooped it right up and got up to the 31-yard line. Little dangerous situation, but he did a good job recovering there. Panthers with decent field position. Tanner Broyles, Tate Kreiner, the receivers on the near side. Norberg in the backfield with Poole. H-back on the right. Poole rolls right, looking to throw, has to tuck it, and he's going to lose big yards. He's chased down. Chased down from the corner by 45 Glenn Wright. Back at the 25-yard line.
Tackled in the backfield by number 45, Glenn Wright.
It'll be a loss of 6. Glenn Wright is the nose guard, but he is an undersized nose guard. Plays with good speed. It's second down and 16. Taylor Poole looks for his man. Great catch by Tanner Broyles on the near sideline. Hauls it in at the 38-yard line, and they got the big loss back, so it makes it third and very manageable. A third down and 3 here. Panthers need the 41 for first down yardage. Ball on the near hash. Norberg will have the first down up to the 44-yard line as he takes it left side over his left tackle. He had a little delay step, waited for the gap to open. Picked up 6 yards and a first down for Siloam.
On the carry, tackle line number 27, Tyler Whitaker.
Going back to the catch there with Tanner Broyles, that was a big play. He was able to corral that ball and make sure he got his feet down. Good play by him.
Taylor Poole looks, finds Tate Kreiner this time. Right at midfield. He stopped as soon as he catches the football. They'll mark it at the 49. That's a 5-yard pickup.
Number 28, Cameron Turpin, and number 27, Tyler Whitaker.
So second and 5.
Second down and 5.
You know, when you get into second and 5, it's so manageable, especially when you do the read option like Siloam does.
This time Poole keeps it. He'll get to the line of scrimmage. They may give him forward progress of a yard. He takes a big hit. They'll give him forward progress of a yard. So he's right at midfield. It'll be third down and 4.
Eli Reeves. Third down and 4.
Panthers will huddle. 2:05 to go, third quarter. Siloam Springs trails by 7, 21-14. From the gun. Fumble on the play. Sheridan, ball still live. Sheridan's going to come up with it. Sheridan comes up with it. Sheridan comes up with it in Siloam Springs territory at the 36-yard line. And now the Siloam Springs defense needs a turnover of their own. Graham.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for the Panthers there.
A minute 42 to go, third quarter.
Ball is placed.
Sheridan with the lead and the football.
Sheridan football, first and 10.
Siloam Springs defense needs an answer. Trace Watkins back in there at quarterback. They'll go 2 receivers. Trace Watkins takes it to the right side. He'll get a couple, maybe 3, in fact, down to about the 33-yard line. Ball on the field, but the officials are not calling. The officials, Siloam Springs came out of it with the football, but the officials say no. It'll be marked back at the 34-yard line.
Watkins on the carry, 2-yard play.
2-yard pickup.
Second down and 8.
Second down and 8. Brandon Craig pleading his case with the line judge here.
Well, you're on the road. It's going to be difficult to get calls like that.
Second and 8 from the Panther
Got the
34-yard line.
Quarterback in again.
Yep. Canterbury back at quarterback. He'll roll to his right, finds his receiver, complete at the 30. Still on his feet, down near the 20-yard line. They'll mark him down at about the 22. Big first down yardage there.
Number 10, Connor Canterbury's pass to number 8, Ethan White.
35 seconds to go in the quarter.
You know, Canterbury's been solid. He has been absolutely solid. I think he's 4 for 4.
He's been very accurate, very accurate. But now Watkins is back in to play quarterback. They'll run 1 receiver and a very heavy set to the right. Watkins will take it that side, tries to bounce it outside, fights off one man.
There's the
Ball's
ball
on
down.
the turf. Ball's
the
down.
Panthers
Ball's on the
got it,
turf.
too.
Panthers say they have it. Well, wait for it. They do have it. Panthers have it. Siloam Springs with a much-needed turnover, and that's exactly what they get.
Flag on the play.
But a flag is on the play that I never saw. And the Panther defense stays on the field. Oh, my. I never saw the flag. Did you, Graham?
No, I didn't. But if the defense is staying on the field, that means it's going against Siloam.
That's exactly right.
Personal foul.
Personal foul. Face mask on the defense. Results of the play is a Sheridan Yellow Jacket.
And that is a gut-wrenching call. Face mask against Siloam Springs, moves it half the distance to the goal. That'll move the ball to the Panther 11-yard line. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Sheridan will not have to run a play. The third quarter will come to a close. Sheridan with a 21-14 lead with the ball at the Siloam Springs 11 to start the fourth quarter. You're listening to Siloam Springs football.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Siloam Springs 14, Sheridan Yellow Jackets 21.
Rural friends tired of not having internet or paying high satellite internet prices, not to mention slow DSL speeds? Miles Out is a solution. They provide fast internet speeds at an affordable price with no long commitments because you own the equipment. Now, how do they do this, you ask? They beam a cellular signal directly to your house or business. Miles Out serves clients throughout Arkansas and Oklahoma, and they're ready to serve you. Call or text them at 918-913-4479 and get some internet. Miles Out is a proud sponsor of Panther football. Fourth quarter. Panthers defense needs a stop. They've got their back against their own goal line. 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go to their fullback. I believe that's Glenn Wright. I'm not certain. It was Glenn Wright. He'll get inside the Not a whole lot there. They'll mark it at the 9.
So that's a couple of times in that
Play
quarter,
made by
Dustin, on
number
that drive where the
78,
Panthers felt like they had a
Levi
turnover and not to get it.
Brings up
Yeah,
second down
that's
and
twice.
6.
From the 9-yard line. 2nd and 8. '26 cuts it up inside the 5. Peyton Edwards near the goal line. Before he stopped at about the 3, maybe the 2. And Graham, the right guard, jumped before the snap. Just FYI.
I didn't see it, but
The right guard jumped, but they didn't throw the flag. Injury timeout on the field. There's a Siloam Panthers shaking up a little bit.
Peyton Edwards on the carry. He is brought down by number 44, Hunter Dorsey.
10:58 to go in this game. And Siloam Springs with their backs against the wall. The ball's going to be near the 2-yard line. Purchasing or refinancing a home can be a huge undertaking. Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division is focused on helping individuals and families select a loan program to meet each unique situation and clear the way to a timely closing. Born and raised in Siloam Springs, Laurie is dedicated to providing competitive rates and the customer service that you deserve. Call Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank at 479-228-2712 today to discuss your home loan options. Again, that's Laurie Guerin with Generations Bank Mortgage Division at 479-228-2712. Generations Bank is an equal housing lender.
that's Mariano Dominguez coming off here, and that's we hope we can get him back. He's a very important piece to what the Panthers want to do.
He walked off under his own power, a little bit of a limp. He may be back. He's trying to stretch it out a little bit on the sideline. So it's going to be 3rd down and short from the 3-yard line of Siloam Springs for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. 10:34 to go. Edwards keeps it. Siloam Springs gets a stop. Near the line of scrimmage, who was it? It was 67. J.P. Wills did a great job there.
I think Thad Wright was involved there too.
In fact, it's nearly impossible to see from where we're at, but they may have even marked it for a loss.
I think you'll probably see Sheridan go for it here. They may not have a lot of confidence in their field goal team.
4th down and short. I think it's going to be a long one from about the 3-yard line.
And a Sheridan player goes down here.
And a Sheridan player is going to a flag comes in. What in the world? A flag. The head umpire dropped the flag and called a hold against Sheridan. Did you see that?
I saw him drop the flag. I'm not sure. They were kind of waiting around, and then all of a sudden the Sheridan player fell down.
Just kind of laid down on the turf.
And then I've never seen a flag
so late.
I'm speechless. I do not know what happened there. He's. I don't doubt at all his injury, but
I have no idea what just transpired. Now, Lance Parker, their head coach, is standing in the huddle on the field at the 15-yard line. Standing in the middle of the field with his team.
Now he's going to go talk to Coach Craig about something here.
Now Coach Craig is walking out onto the field saying, what is the deal here?
You've seen
the flag. Is the flag still on the floor?
It's still on the ground.
I don't see it now. The Panther huddle is kind of blocking. Now they pick up the flag. Coach Craig seems frustrated with whatever the official said. They're going to wave the flag.
Well, I don't really know what the flag was for. You can't really call a delay a game because.
And now they're going to charge Sheridan with the timeout.
I think that may have been what he, at that point when the play clock gets under a certain amount, you can't just. I think that may have been what he was trying to convey,
You
because
can't just drop.
there was no play to flag there.
Placed on the 40-yard line.
And then he called a hold. It wasn't like he called delay of game.
Well, that has been a crazy turn of events there, but 9:54 to go. It is 4th down for Sheridan inside the Siloam Springs 5. A long one. Number 26, Peyton Edwards, is going to take the snap. He'll move it to his left, cuts back inside.
I don't think he got it.
It's going to be close. It is going to be close. The Panthers don't think he got it. I'll be honest, though, Graham, it's a turnover on downs. Turnover on downs. The umpire calls it. The ball is just outside the 3-yard line. They needed about the 2.5. They're going to be a half-yard shy. And the Panther defense has held.
Turnover on down.
And now they've got to get out of this.
It gives them hope. 9:47 to go. Yeah, they are deep in their own territory.
But better than being down 14 or 10.
That's exactly right.
So
Taylor Poole stands 2 yards deep in the end zone from the gun. He hands it to Jackson Norberg, who tears right up the middle. He'll have near first down yardage, a big run for Norberg.
Jackson Norberg on the carry.
We'll call it a 9-yard pickup, but it is right near the first down marker. 2nd down and very short for Siloam Springs. 9:25 to go. Plenty of time in this ball game. 3 receivers set. Gage Weaver, the lone man on the near side. Taylor Poole keeps it himself this time, and he loses yards. Well, maybe he didn't. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage, Graham.
he might have darned. Yeah, I think he's right around the line of scrimmage.
On the quarterback keeper, he is brought down immediately by number 36, Austin Tucker.
It's going to be a no gain, so it'll be 3rd and 1, and really it's more like a half yard.
And at this
They're
stage
right
of the
at
ball
the
game, I
13.
think this is a 2-down
kind
of play. I mean, they really can't afford to give Sheridan the ball back here.
Hand off Norberg with room to run, near sideline at the 30, the 40. He's forced out of bounds over the 45-yard line, right at the 45-yard line. Great big gain by Jackson Norberg. Huge run for the Panthers. They get out of their own end zone and all the way up to the 45-yard line. What is that, ball from the 13-yard line?
32-yard run there, Dustin. Nice run for Norberg.
So now the Panthers are near midfield, 8:20 to go, trailing by 7. Play action. Collins looks for his man, has Oren Stafford alone. Oren Stafford, touchdown, Siloam Springs. Touchdown, Siloam Springs. Oren Stafford, 55 yards out. Siloam Springs is within 1. 8:09 to go. What a crazy second half this has been. It is 21-20. Harrison Losh will attempt to tie this game up. Losh's kick is up, and it is good, and we are tied at 21. Graham, did you see what that defensive back did to try to make that tackle? He did a baseball slide. He did a baseball slide and tried to slide underneath Oren Stafford to stop that.
That's crazy.
I almost forgot. We'll take another look at the athletic schedule for the week. Tomorrow, that's Saturday the 28th, cross country is at a meet in Berryville. Monday the 30th, JV football is at Springdale at 5:30. Also Monday, 7th grade volleyball is at home versus J.O. Kelly at 4:30. That's at the middle school gym. And 8th grade volleyball is at home versus George in that same gym at 5:30. Tuesday the 1st, the golf 5A state tournament is at the Paragould Country Club. Tuesday, October 1st. 9th grade volleyball's at home versus Fayetteville White at 4:30. Both JV teams and varsity volleyballs at Russellville at 4:30. Harrison Losh to kick it away. He'll kick it high, taking it to 25-yard line, and fair caught. Siloam Springs. The defense and a lot of momentum for the Siloam Springs Panthers if they have battled back here tonight and tied this game 21-all, still with 8 minutes to go.
You know, I thought about this some, Dustin, on these kickoffs. I think what's happening here is Siloam has got some concerns about the special teams returns for Sheridan. I don't know if they've seen something on film, but they're not wanting to give them any opportunities to make any plays on special teams at the moment. So.
Well, and Alden Lucas.
Oh, my goodness. Sheridan's got to burn a timeout for having too many men on the field.
Oh, wow. They do that. Brandon Craig says that should have been a penalty. He's not going to win that argument. He's so frustrated.
Well, and he needs to – I know he's frustrated, but he can't
can't get a flag here.
No, because that – give your defense a chance here, and Brandon knows that.
They still burn a timeout, and that leaves Sheridan with only one timeout. Brandon Craig, and honestly, there have been some things happen tonight that make you scratch your head.
Well,
Coach Craig's been frustrated with it since the second quarter. But anyway, 7th grade volleyball is at Kirksey on Tuesday the 1st. That's at 4:30. 8th grade volleyball will follow that at Kirksey at 5:30. Then Thursday the 3rd, 7th grade football is on the road at Lakeside at 4:45. 8th grade football is at Lakeside at 6:15. 9th grade football will follow that at 7:45.
One of my favorite quotes from Barry Lunny at all time was, he said, "I'm not in the SEC. I can say what I want about the officials." So
yeah. Now they're throwing quarterback number 10 Canterbury looks over the field, has his man wide open across midfield. At the 40, the 30, brought down, wrestled down at the 28-yard line is number 27, Tyler Whitaker.
Pass complete to number 27, Tyler Whitaker.
A big gain that flips the field position all the way down to the Siloam Springs 27-yard line. With 8 minutes to go, there's a Panthers shaking up on the play.
Caught him wide over the middle again.
So also on Thursday the 3rd, 7th grade volleyball is at home versus Hellstern at 4:30. 8th grade volleyball is at home versus Central at 5:30. 9th grade volleyball is at home versus Central at 6:30. That's all in the Panther Activity Center. And then volleyball, both JV squads and the varsity is at BB, at 5 o'clock on Thursday.
Boy, Sheridan's been effective throwing the football. I think they're 5 of 5.
Canterbury, speaking of, is still in the backfield. This time he'll go play action. He has to roll to his right. Looks to throw it. This time, first incomplete pass on the near sideline. He had his receiver wide open, but he overthrew him. He was throwing from the run. It was intended for Drew Domrays.
Now, and there's Dominguez back on the field. That's a good sign for the Panthers, but Wills had to come out. Looks a little hobbling, just a smidge. And now he goes down to the ground. They got a cramp.
He's going to stretch it out. I think he's got a cramp in the left calf.
Panthers could use another turnover here, Dustin. They haven't gotten one yet tonight. They thought they had a couple, but now is a great time.
On the same drive. So 2nd down and 10. The throwing quarterback Canterbury still in the ball game. 24 Alden Lucas stands at his side. Play action. Oh, and Cam Collins bottles him up from behind back at the 29-yard line.
They were trying that same
play. A loss of 2 or 3, make it the 30.
They were trying that same play that they did earlier where they faked the toss and then looked for the pass. Panthers read that one well that time. Cam Collins all over it.
He was. Cam Collins came from across the field, and Canterbury just never sensed him on his backside there. 3rd down and 13. Canterbury still on the field. Lucas next to him. Or that may be Edwards this time. It is Edwards. They'll do a draw. Edwards has room up the middle. Edwards still on his feet. Touchdown. Touchdown Sheridan. Oh, my goodness. On the inside draw from 30 yards out, Sheridan.
Ball is carried by number 26, Peyton Edwards.
Peyton Edwards strikes from 30 yards out, and Sheridan again reclaims the lead. 27-21 with the extra point coming.
Block
Extra point is blocked by Siloam Springs. I believe that's 42, Keandre Westbrook.
And our score was 6 minutes and 45 seconds remaining.
And it's 27-21.
21.
And Graham, that extra point could mean something here down the stretch.
That could loom huge here.
As this game has gotten crazier and crazier in the second half.
You give Sheridan credit, folks. They, 3rd and 13, they called a gutsy call there with a draw, and Peyton Edwards did a great job of taking advantage of what the defense gave him.
His offensive line blocked it perfectly, too.
But like you said, that extra point could loom large. Panthers going to have to answer here.
Panther running game has really gotten itself going in the second half here. It opened up the downfield throwing on the big pass to Orrin Stafford for a touchdown that tied it earlier. But the Panthers are back down by 6. All kinds of time in this game. 6:45 to go. And Graham, you just showed me Van Buren leads Rogers 52-7 after 3 quarters. And it's just like Rogers has just come apart at the seams, haven't they?
Not sure what's happened there. We knew Van Buren was a good
We knew they were
football team.
improved. They're a decent football team for sure. The kick is high and short, taken by Gavin Henson at the 30. He'll be taken out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Short gain, but good field position for the Panthers. Next Friday night, October 4th, is homecoming for the Siloam Springs Panthers. The homecoming assembly starts at 12:10 next Friday at the Panther Activity Center, followed by the parade at 1:30 downtown. Then the homecoming community pep rally at 2:35 at Memorial Park. Then the homecoming coronation at 6:25 at Panther Stadium on the field prior to the game. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock versus the Benton Panthers. That's a week from tonight.
Big drive here for the Panthers.
Pass over the middle. Tate Kreiner in and out of his hands. He had room. Kreiner couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Second down.
The passing game has been opened up by the running game in the second half. That was a quick little play action move. Maybe an RPO. I don't know if it was or not.
Maybe just let him a little too much. I don't know.
It went off his chest.
He needs to make that catch.
This time Collins will hand it off. Cut back for Jackson Norberg. Good run up to the 41-yard line. They need the 45, so it's a 6-yard pickup and a third down and manageable.
Number 36, Austin Tucker.
Then a week from tomorrow, Saturday the 5th, 9th grade volleyball is at the Alma tournament, and then cross country is at the Chili Pepper meet in Fayetteville. Third down and 4. Cam Collins rolls near the 45-yard line. It's all on the spot. First down, Panthers. First down, Panthers. Cam Collins got hit and rolled over the defender right to the nose of the football on the 45. First and 10. Big-time play for Siloam Springs right there. Collins stays on the field in the tailback spot. Lashley's the H-back, 3-receiver set. Cam Collins again to Tate Kreiner, and again in and out of Kreiner's hands. That ball was thrown really quick over the middle.
I don't know why they're having a tough time picking that one up. I don't know if it's just a little dark or, I can give you an excuse after excuse, but that's a play that's got to get made to win this football game.
5:35 to go. Clock is stopped on the incompletion. Second down and 10.
You know, I wonder why that they haven't had a whole lot of to Gage Weaver tonight, and I got my answer. Peyton Edwards has been on Gage all night long.
He is a good defensive back. Quarterback run all the way. Not a whole lot there for Taylor Poole. He spins free of the first defender, picks up 1.5 yards, maybe 2. We'll call it 2, up to the 47-yard line, but it's a 3rd and 8 moment here. And Graham, you know at this point in the game, just you don't have to go for the first. You don't have to get all 8 yards right here.
I don't think
it's
so.
4 down territory.
You can't really afford to give it back to them at this point. You gotta try and win the football game on this drive, and big 3rd down here though for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, now Jackson Norberg out of the backfield. This time, Gage Weaver, near side, 1st down. Breaks free from a defender, gets good yardage down to the 32-yard line of Sheridan. No flags on the play. Big play there to Gage Weaver.
Nice and simple. Nice and, throw and catch there from Poole to Gage.
The last 2 first downs, Panthers have run the play action. We'll see what they do here. This time they'll just go ahead and get it to Norberg. Norberg, not much there. He'll get 1 yard to the 31, but not much there.
Norberg real methodical there, though.
Yeah.
Trying to, gain positive yardage or.
And another inexcusable spot. That is just a brutal spot. A brutal spot. Marked at the original line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down and 10. 3 receiver set. Stewart the H-back. Now Norberg lines up in pistol formation. Taylor Poole tucks it and runs. Good gain inside the 25. He'll be stood up at the 24. And they don't blow the play dead. Now they throw the flag.
That's a break for Siloam.
Now they throw the flag.
Unless Taylor said something. I hope not, but that's.
I hope not too. No, it'll go against Sheridan.
I don't really like that penalty. But
yeah,
I guess
agree.
they got him on the shove. I mean, I don't, if you're Siloam.
Well, and honestly, the play should have been blown. The play should have been stopped long before it was. So half the distance to the goal on the personal foul. Moves the ball to the 12-yard line of Sheridan with 3:51 to go. Siloam trails by 6. Sheridan missed their point after a few moments ago. Gage Weaver, the lone man on the near side. Taylor Poole on the keeper, takes it up the middle. Good gain on 1st down to the 5-yard line.
And now if you're Siloam, you want to run, yes, you want to score here, but you don't want to leave just a whole lot of time.
They can get a 1st down just inside the 2, so it's a 2nd down and 3. The ball is the nose of the football's on the 5-yard line. Norberg in the backfield. Taylor Poole on the keeper, still on his feet, fighting for extra yardage, and I believe he'll have a 1st down. I believe he'll have
number 10, Taylor Poole.
Have 1st down yardage.
Well,
they may stop the clock and measure here. I mean, he's inside the 2, isn't he?
He's right there. And the chain, it's not too far. They're going to call it 3rd and short.
The clock ticks. 2:50 to go. Sheridan is down to 1 timeout. Siloam Springs has all 3 of theirs.
I think they've got to.
And this is a huge break for Siloam Springs. The clock continues rolling. The clock is still rolling.
And they haven't
and
even.
The play clock
they need
is
to
still
ask to reset the play clock. Yeah, they're going to do that, I think.
Yeah, they're going to have to start this over.
He's trying to get a little more time put back on the clock, too.
Oh, and now we're going to confer. We're going to talk it over. We've talked it over a lot tonight, Graham.
We have.
I think they're going to go to 2:42 maybe. Is that what I see him signaling?
How are they not? I just don't see.
I don't understand that either.
I'd like to see if this isn't the stick is a ways off, and I can't really tell where it's at. But if that's not a 1st down, and if I'm Brandon Craig, I'm wanting it to be a 1st down. If you're Sheridan here, you almost just go ahead and let them score, I think. And save as much time
The official is trying to get the play keeper. Now the game clock shows 25 minutes. They're struggling up in the booth.
2:53. Wow. Well, hopefully they'll wind it here.
The nose of the football is on the 2. Now the Panthers can take their time. They reset it to 2:53. First down. They don't get to the goal line, but they get the first down. And Graham, now the Panthers can take some time.
And now you
Now
need
the
to
clock's
score.
okay. They're going to start the clock now on the first on the.
You want to be real careful, methodical here. Don't lose yardage. Rhino package. Here we go.
2:30 Rhino package. Cam Collins and Jackson Norberg in the backfield.
And that's a
Touchdown.
Taylor Poole touchdown.
Touchdown, Siloam Springs. And this game is tied at 27, 2:19 to go. Graham, every time Siloam Springs and Sheridan play, it ends up being entertaining, doesn't it?
I'm telling you, this is something else.
Wasn't it here 2 years ago that Siloam Springs scored on a pass with like 9 seconds left to win the football game?
Yeah, well, 13 seconds, and Sheridan's, even with 13 seconds, still had a shot to throw it in the end zone.
So Harrison Losh will kick it. Biggest extra point of the season for the Panthers so far. Elijah Coffey to hold. Marco Salcido, the snapper. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Elijah Coffey needs an attaboy right there because, honestly, the snap was just a little high. And Elijah Coffey, a coach's kid, did an excellent job of pulling that football back down and giving it a chance for Losh to kick it. So it is a Panther lead for the first time tonight, 28-27 with 2:19 to go.
Well, and
This has been something.
you know, I got a lot of gutsy performance here in the second half from the Panthers. You know, win or lose this one at this point, they have done a whale of a job in getting back in this game and taking the lead. And, you know, welcome to conference play. I mean, this is what you expect in one of the largest conferences in the state.
It's been a battle here tonight. There's no doubt about it. Panthers have scrapped and fought back into it. As Sheridan delivered the opening blows in a big way, took a 14-0 lead. Panthers have come all the way back, and they hold a 1-point advantage, but Sheridan will get the football. Harrison's kick is high, short, sky kick, fair caught at the 28. And now this Siloam Springs defense.
Now everybody's available on defense at this point. You know,
That's
you,
right.
You say you want to limit the kids going both ways, but I tell you what, we're getting the best 11 out there at this point.
Again, Siloam Springs has all three of their timeouts. Sheridan is down to one.
Ball is placed on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Sheridan.
And a turnover on downs will win it here for Siloam.
From the pocket, Canterbury throws as he's hit. Pass falls incomplete, and a flag comes in. I think they're going to get a hold. I think it's going to be a hold. Yep.
Well, we got maybe a, not sure.
It's going to be a hold. I believe it's going to go against Siloam.
Holding on the defense.
So defensive holding is a 10-yard penalty.
That's all right though. You know, if it prevents from, you know, a 72-yard touchdown pass, then
Results of the play is a
hold all day.
jacket.
Need to keep that clock going though. Need to put a little pressure on them. They don't like to throw it.
Canterbury rolls to his right, finds a receiver, passes incomplete. Panther sideline is excited. 2nd down and 10. Honestly, Graham, I'm a little surprised that they're not running the football here.
Well,
They've
they
still
don't
got
have-
over
they-
2
they-
minutes. I know they've only got one timeout, but that's a lot of time.
Might be outthinking themselves a little bit. It is a lot of time, but
Peyton
they've
Edwards.
thrown it pretty darn well tonight too. So
Peyton Edwards, the one that scored the touchdown moments ago, will take the handoff. Decent gain. Siloam Springs with a good stop. He makes it up to the 42-yard line, and it's a 3rd down and 6 situation.
Edwards on the carry, tackled by number 26.
The Panther sideline goes crazy. It's 3rd down and 6. Obviously 2-down territory. Clock rolls, 1:45 to go. 3 receiver set. Canterbury, the quarterback. He stands in the pocket this time. Fires over, intercepted. Cam Collins intercepts the pass, and he holds on to it. He is down at the Sheridan 45-yard line.
Flag on the play.
And a flag, are you kidding me? A flag behind the line of scrimmage, and it's roughing the passer. Siloam Springs
Roughing the passer on the defense.
roughing the passer. Roughing the passer.
Panthers have got to overcome it. They can't let this play get them down. Got to go get them again. I know they don't like the call, Dustin, but you can't.
15-yard
There's
penalty.
too much football to be played here.
Sheridan football, 1st and 10.
Moves the ball all the way to the Siloam Springs 43. 1.5 minutes to go. Canterbury still the quarterback. Edwards in the backfield. They'll hand it to Edwards. Edwards breaks free. Still on his feet. Now he's wrestled down. It'll be near 1st down yardage, but he fought back several times. It'll be at the 34-yard line. There's a Panther shaken up.
Timeout on the field.
There's a Panther shaken up on the field.
Ball is placed on the 34-yard line. 2nd down and 1.
It'll be 2nd and 1. The shaken up player is Cam Collins. He walks off under his own power. I'd imagine he'll be back in after the next play. Coach Brandon Craig is crawling on the umpire over there.
I can't blame him. I don't.
I didn't
can't
see.
wait to
I
go
wasn't
look at
watching,
the play. I mean, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but that's a tough call on a game-changing play.
Canterbury airs it out deep, has a receiver out of the reach of Trey Davis, the receiver. It was a 2nd and short play that stops the clock.
Pass is incomplete. 3rd down.
Boy, that play looked familiar. That looked almost like the play they ran here 2 years ago with a chance to win the ball game.
That stops the clock with 59 seconds to go. It's 3rd down and 1. Edwards stays in the backfield.
Sheridan's still with their timeout, too.
Canterbury hands it to his running back. Edwards gets the 1st down, but not a whole lot more. That'll stop the clock temporarily while they move the chains.
And now Edwards is hurt. He got popped pretty good.
He did get hit pretty good. I think Siloam Springs bench is thinking he's just trying to stop the clock, but I don't think that's it at all. He got hit pretty hard. You could hear the pop from up here.
And he got hit, by a couple of guys, too.
When you get blindsided by life, you want fast ER care. That's why Siloam Springs Regional Hospital offers the 30 minutes or less ER service pledge. Experienced physicians and the entire ER team are committed to working diligently to have you initially seen by a clinical professional within 30 minutes. That means you'll be off the bench and back in the game faster. View the average ER wait time, visit ssrh.net. But if you are experiencing a medical emergency, always dial 911.
I'm not sure what Mr. Gonzalez's field goal range is, but I think he still weighs out.
1st down and 10. Canterbury from the pocket, plenty of time over the middle, in and out of the hands of Trey Davis, and almost intercepted.
2nd down.
Almost intercepted. It would have been an excellent play for Elijah Coffey to haul it in, because it was already deflected. Pass is incomplete. That stops the clock. 36 seconds to go. Again.
Wow, 16 seconds ran off. Oh, I'm sorry.
Before the snap.
Yeah.
36 seconds to go. Second down and 10. Canterbury.
They got him.
It's brought down. No, he's still on his feet, but way back in the backfield. He's going to tuck it and run. Elijah Coffey is the first one there at the 30-yard line. He will somehow gain a couple of yards, and that forces Sheridan to use their final timeout. The play took a long time. They're down to 18 seconds. It's third down and long, about 8 yards.
And Colby Fessler is going to, man, he had him back about the 45-yard line.
He did. Somehow Canterbury
slipped out of it.
Now, I don't know how. It looked like he was down. But they have used their final timeout. Panthers have all of theirs. 18 seconds to go. Third down and 8. I wouldn't be surprised here if defensive coordinator Cole Harriman waits to see the look that Sheridan gives them, and then Siloam uses a timeout.
Might not be a bad idea.
Only 18 seconds left.
They've only got enough time for about 3 plays would be my guess. And they got to go 30 yards or, get in range for a field goal. My guess, they've had a lot of success over the middle. I wouldn't be surprised if they try something there again. Running the football is kind of out here for them.
It would be a very gutsy call with no timeouts.
And they're spreading out, so
they're not going to go in empty backfield.
They
will go in
draw,
H-back.
though.
They will go in H-back. Twin receivers on both sides. Siloam Springs will burn that timeout.
Just like you thought, there's your timeout.
So Panthers still have 2 to go, 18 seconds. They've definitely got the timeout advantage here. That's a wise call, I believe.
And as I was saying, Dustin, win or lose tonight with Siloam, the defense has really turned the corner here in the second half. I know they gave up one big run and then another big pass, but for the most part, they've really buckled down and played pretty well.
Yeah, that long touchdown pass was really unfortunate because Munoz had the position there. He was inside him.
The Panthers looked like they had locked up a win there, and.
So Cam Collins, who was shaken up a few plays ago, he's back on the field, as is Jackson Norberg. Tate Kreiner also in the secondary. Oren Stafford, one of the D-backs. Elijah Coffey, the bandit. They look to throw over the middle. Intercepted. Christian Ledecker picks it off. We'll wait to make sure a flag doesn't come in 30 seconds after the play. We're going to wait for the umpire. He has changed positions. Christian Ledecker has picked off the pass at the 15-yard line. 11 seconds to go. Panthers just have to take care of the football right here, and they will escape Sheridan with a comeback victory. Panthers take the victory formation. Taylor Poole takes the knee. Brandon Craig throws his fists in the air, and the Siloam Springs Panthers are 1-0 in conference play on the road at Sheridan. They come from 14-0 deficit to come back and take the victory 28-27.
And deposit it in the nearest trash receptacle. Please drive.
We'll wrap this thing up in just a moment. We'll take a quick look at a few scores of note. Bentonville West leads Fayetteville 28-10 late. Conway is up by 7 at home over Southside right now in the fourth quarter. Springdale is going to defeat Rogers Heritage. They're up big, 49-20. Bentonville leads Harbor on the road, 32-21. Van Buren at the end of the third quarter led Rogers 55-7. We don't have a second half update on Lake Hamilton and El Dorado. All we see here is 20-7 Lake Hamilton at the half. and I still have not gotten any score out of Russellville and Benton. I hate that, folks. 6A West play has started tonight, and Siloam Springs has answered the call on the road in a big way after a poor start. The Panthers come back to get the victory. We want to thank everybody that helps make these broadcasts possible. We thank Generations Bank, Tim McCord, and everything they do over there. We thank them. We thank the athletic department. We thank Julie Kelly. We thank athletic director Ken Harriman. We thank the media department at Siloam Springs High School for their assistance each and every week. I want to thank Tony Molina, who is the only reason these broadcasts work each week. And for Graham Thomas, I am Dustin Butler saying good night from Sheridan as the Siloam Springs Panthers improve to 2-2 on the season. Most importantly, they are 1-0 in conference play. They have defeated the Sheridan Yellow Jackets by a final score of 28-27. Shut us down.